Hey there, friends. This is Brian from the 86th Street Pub. If you love trying new and exciting craft beers as much as I do, you've got to come check out our draft lineup. We take a lot of pride in providing our guests with a constantly rotating selection of only the finest local and regional craft beers on tap, as well as more than 50 bottled beers and a full stock of PBR in case the Brother Boys stop by. If beer's not your thing, we also carry a variety of Indiana distilled spirits, including 1205 and Hotel Tango. Stop by and see us sometime at the southwest corner of 86th and Michigan Road, 86th Street Pub. If we're not your neighborhood pub, then move.
Thinking about music lessons but don't know where to go? The Sam Ash Music Learning Center in Castleton. Lessons 7 days a week, student discounts on purchases, all in the biggest music store in Indiana. For more information, call Sam Ash at 577-3006. Now you know.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, established in 1844, still alive and well in America today, serving anyone 21 years of age responsible with a little bit of cash. We're happy to have you on board. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
AJL Media Today is back on the airways for Season 2 of Live From. We're coming at you live right here today from the 86th Street Pub. I got my right-hand man with me, Miss Mandy.
Hey, hey.
I said man, I did, I know.
That's okay, I'm a dude. It's all right.
Season 2 is kicking off.
It is. I'm so pumped. Season 1 was amazing.
It was absolutely a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was. Season 2 is going to be even better.
This is the perfect place to start as well, because it all started for AJL Media Today right here in this room. And we're sitting with the two gentlemen who facilitated that, Chris Snyder, the owner of the 86th Street Pub, and the general manager, Mr. Brian Hahn. Now's the time to talk, guys.
How's it going? Sorry, I was trying to let Chris talk first. He's still not great at the microphone speaking.
He's the man behind the scenes. You're the one that's at home on the microphone, Brian.
I'm the face and the voice of 86th Street Pub.
That is very true.
If it's not your neighborhood pub, then move.
Everything started right here at the 86th Street Pub for AJL Media Today. Chris Snyder met with me. He believed in me. Everybody's heard the story before. If you've heard me talk about Chris, dude believed in me. He backed me when I was just getting started, and he's been with me ever since, and I appreciate that much, brother. So we're starting Season 2 right here.
No regrets.
What are we talking about first here? You guys got a couple of things going on.
We got a lot going on, man. I mean, my favorite thing, as you know, is beer. I'm a big fan of beer.
It is beer.
So a lot of fun stuff happening with the beer. We've got that ever-expanding Indiana bottle list. $1 off all the cans and bottles today, by the way, every Saturday. For all the Indiana craft beers and bottles. A lot of good stuff. One of my favorites is from Brewlink down in Plainfield. They've got this amazing stout. They do a lot of really good stouts and porters, but they've got this chocolate peanut butter porter called Nutter Cup. And
chocolate peanut butter porter.
It is so good. And it's $5 every day, $4 today. I'm going to have one after I drink this entire pot of coffee.
I think we all should.
I agree.
Yeah, it's basically an alcoholic Reese's cup.
It's quite delicious. But other fun stuff.
See, wait a minute. I say we all should, but everybody knows I'm going to be drinking PBR, especially since my PBR rep just showed up. He's over there right in front of us. Yeah.
You see the one with the cool PBR backpack
That's
and the
the
cool
guy.
PBR shirt?
That's the guy. Cool. That's the guy. I'm sorry. Go right ahead, Brian. What else do we have here today?
A lot of fun stuff. We're doing pulled pork every Thursday now for trivia night. That's going over real well. We'll do a regular pulled pork sandwich or a specialty pulled pork that rotates every week. This week we did a Hawaiian version with a light kind of teriyaki barbecue sauce, grilled pineapple, grilled onions, sweet potato fries, like $8.95. Great deal.
Wow.
Unbeatable. But on the not pub front, Chris and I actually just started a new business.
A new business?
New business.
Okay.
We found ourselves. Sorry if I'm talking too much, Chris.
No, you're fine. You're
anytime, man. Anyway,
you like to talk.
Well, he's a musician. He's hosted podcasts, and
you
know, he's always talking to people here in the bar. You're not always here. You got other stuff going on, Chris.
No, I'm the behind the scenes accounting guy.
That's kind of scary that Brian is the face of the 86th Street Pub, though, isn't it?
Well, I'm the pretty one. I mean,
he is the
I'm
prettier
the prettiest
one. I'll
girl
give
in
him
the
that.
room, except for all of these actual girls in the room. Anywho's, we've got a new merch business coming out. We found ourselves looking for a better way to buy merchandise for the bar, without any of the hassles, the ridiculous inventory you have to hold on to. Buying in bulk, you get the same T-shirt in 1,000 sizes. It's boring. It's all the same. You always end up with stuff that you're not going to sell that you just end up giving away. Just ruins your revenue. You're not making any money on your merch. So we thought, why not, instead of making no money on our merch, why don't we make a little bit of money on the merch?
Well, we should.
Not a lot, a little bit. So Chris learned a little HTML coding. We talked a little bit over a course of a couple weeks and came out with a great new platform called mymerch.us.
.us is what we went with.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's hard to get a .com. They're expensive, and They're
All the
expensive.
good names are taken.
Yeah.
That's true.
mymerch.us.
Mymerch.us.
correct.
Tell us about it, brother.
Well, what we do is it is a online platform for small businesses, especially smaller small businesses that really don't have money to go and say, okay, we want to buy 100 T-shirts.
Sure.
And it lets people do one-off T-shirts. We cover all the setup fees, all the well, we don't cover design fees, but all the setup fees. There's no extra fees involved at all. We just have a straight price for a shirt.
Right.
Get you set on our platform, and then you can come on and buy a shirt for your business. You can buy one. You can buy 20. Sell them in-house. We also can integrate with people's websites and let them do online sales. So it's a really cool sort of unique platform way of doing merchandise for small businesses that our hope is will let people that don't have necessarily the capital or the time and the want to keep a merch program going with inventory and just let it sort of autopilot for them and generate some extra revenue for them. And then obviously the best thing in the world, which we've learned with the bar a long time ago, walking billboards are the best thing you ever get. So the more you can put your logo on somebody, the better off you are.
I think there are logos on my heart and soul, to be quite honest with you. Yeah.
One of them's PBR, brought
Absolutely.
to you by PBR.
Exactly. This is a brand new business for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
How's it going so far?
Well, we've got about four partners that we're working with already. It's what we call our clients are our partners, essentially, because without them, we have no business. So we're calling them partners, and we're happy to work with each of them. Our most recent one is Sean Webster over at Monon Beverage Brokers. We've got a new portal set up for him. He's got a couple sweet shirts, a baseball shirt that I think I'm going to buy, gorgeous bandana that Chris designed. Looks real good.
I saw that bandana. Y'all very
Oh, he
cool.
brought it. He brought one.
I actually
nice.
have one.
Look at this.
And that's your design. I said, that's cool.
Well, it's
Look at that.
it's his logo.
It's his logo,
Sure.
But
Chris
yeah, we
added
went
all
ahead and designed the bandana for him.
I'll have to make sure I show that to David earlier. I was talking about our bandana with our new cool crest logo that we have.
That is very cool. Are we looking for more partners?
Of course.
Absolutely.
We are.
What are we looking for, and how can they get a hold of you?
Well, if you know where we are, you can always come say hi here at the 86th Street Pub. Master, I'll buy you lunch if you come in and sign up with us.
All right.
Sure.
Just
We'll
told the
make-
whole world that. Let's talk about that,
Fine.
Brian.
Hey, man, that's how business gets done. When they said networking, what they meant was lunch.
There you are.
Yeah. And the other way to get a hold of us is that it's always super easy. If you go to our website,
mymerch.us.
Yes, mymerch.us. There's a contact us link on the page. Shoot us an email. We'll get back with you super quick and get everybody signed up that wants to be.
Okay.
You can also check out our product guide. It's down there on the partner info FAQ page. Frequently asked questions, FAQ.
And it's basically just signing a contract with you guys, sitting down and working everything out.
It's super easy. The contract, it's not anything that you, of course, can't get out of. It's
sure.
The contract's mostly to protect you and let you know that your intellectual property is yours.
Yeah.
Your logo that you provide is yours.
Sure.
If we have a logo made for you, it's yours. It's not ours.
Yeah.
If anytime you want us to stop selling your stuff, okay. I mean, that's a bummer, but
Sounds like some of my contracts.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all
kind of.
family and
Hey,
just fun. And
we learn from the best, man.
come to think of it, Chris has been with me 4 years. We never did a contract. We just shook a hand and
I don't think we ever did.
yeah.
Nope.
And I'm good with that.
Yeah, I am
you're
too.
you're family, brother. But I'll go ahead and say it. JL Media Today, we're going to get all our logos on mymerch.us, and all the shows are going to have their own shirts.
Yeah.
At least, right?
Oh yeah, shirts,
yeah.
polos, hats, coffee mugs.
Now, the polos
beer
are
steins.
something. Yeah, I've got my PBR polos, but I also love the 86th Street Pub logo, the anniversary logo.
Ooh,
Oh,
does
that was
look
a good
man.
shirt.
That's one of my favorite shirts.
Nice.
It's warm outside today, but even though a shirt's a short sleeve, it's a very thick shirt.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a great material. I'm a big fan of this Sport Tech that I'm wearing. It's light, but it's it's not like see-through light.
It's like an athletic shirt,
Yeah,
like
it's
a
amazing.
coach's shirt. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, man.
What else is on the site besides shirts?
Oh well, on mymerch.us we've got, of course, a portal to every one of our partners is going to have placement on our website if they want. If they don't, that's cool, I guess. But if you have the opportunity to make money, I say do it.
Sure.
So they'll get their own website on mymerch.us. They'll also have a portal through which they can go in and buy wholesale. That way they're not paying MSRP for the product that they're going to go around and sell.
Yeah.
Chris will build them up a website, store on their website. That's his department. I don't want to talk about it too much.
Basically, and bear with me because I'm not a designer, but we generate a snippet of code that can be input into any HTML block on a website, and allows us to integrate our website or your products on our site onto your site.
Yeah.
So it provides a really nice, seamless way to do it. That unlike some other things like Cafe Press and things like that, it doesn't take you off of your site then to sell your merch.
Sure.
Gives it a much more polished, professional type look.
I really like that.
And as far as products go, obviously we do T-shirts. We have everything from $11 T-shirts to that are just basic T-shirts to dry fit T-shirts, V-necks, really nice soft cotton, ring spun jersey cotton shirts, long sleeve T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, polos, sweaters,
basically anything.
Jackets, hats. We did a really cool frosted beer mug for 86th Street Pub.
Oh, very nice.
Looks real good.
Bandanas. I'm working right now because Sean over at Monon Beverage, he is all about his dog.
His dog Frey is amazing.
So we are working on a whole line of trying to figure out how to work pet products in. With dog tags and dog beds and pet bandanas and.
See, I could wear the dog tags.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a dog tag like a person would wear. It's
like a dog collar.
Tag.
Again,
for a
I
dog
could wear
collar.
dog tags.
You could, I guess. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Johnny Lyles in a dog collar coming to you soon.
Like that'll be the first time, right? That's happened before, bro. We're talking a lot about printing here. Didn't we touch on embroidery a little bit when we met?
Yeah, embroidery. No extra charge for embroidery. No stitch count limits.
That is huge.
Yeah,
that is huge. When I first had the AJL Media Today logo done, 16,000 stitch count. That gets it pricey.
Yeah,
that gets pricey.
Well, in addition to not having a stitch count on embroidery, the other nice thing that we do is on all the screen printed stuff, and it's actually not screen printed. It's what's called direct to garment print. Which is something I was not very familiar with before this. It's essentially a giant inkjet printer that prints on T-shirts.
Right.
But what that allows you to do is where with screen print, where if you wanted to go 4, 5, 6, 10 colors, you were just going to be paying a huge amount of money. With this, it's the same price, and we can print a full-color HD photograph.
Without it being super stiff on the shirt.
That sounds
soft.
cool. Yeah, dude, that sounds very cool.
Yeah, man.
Very, very cool. What turned you on to this to begin with?
I needed to buy new shirts for the bar and hated the way I was doing it. And I literally sat down and I said, okay, I need to buy new shirts for the bar. I hate the way I've always done this.
Yeah.
What would be the perfect way to do it? And so I started from what I wanted and then figured out how to build it.
Sure.
And then realized, okay, if I can build what I want, I assume somebody else wants this too. So that's sort of where it all came from. It came from having a problem with 86th Street Pub's merchandise and finding a way to fix it.
Sure. Well, a lot of people come in and just absolutely love the place and want to get a shirt and completely forget it when they're just passing through.
Oh, yeah.
The next week they say, dang, I wish I'd have got one of those shirts. Love the shirt, love the logo, which is?
Sorry, man.
That's your
totally
cue. That's your
that.
thing.
Yeah. If we're not your neighborhood pub, then move.
See, that's perfect. That's perfect. You hear that every episode of Brother Beercast.
Yes, sir.
Anyway. Yeah, they forget to buy a shirt and wish they had because they love everything about the pub. I can't tell you how many people have been through here and talked about how much they loved it.
Well, and the other thing, too, is a lot of times here, we don't stock many, say, small and medium-sized shirts in-house. So you'll have somebody come in and, well, I really want to buy that shirt, but you only have large and extra large and 2X.
Sure.
And so this gives them a way we can say, look, just go right on the website, and you can get the same shirt that you saw in a small.
Send it right to your house.
Yeah.
In under 2 weeks.
In under 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Usually takes about 10 days.
That's a nice turnaround.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Where's everything done?
We actually, because of the type of printing it is, we had to go outside of Indiana, which I'm not huge on, but it just made everything more economical.
You're still in America, brother. That's all that matters.
It's absolutely still in America.
In the region.
But we have a printer in Detroit. We have a printer in Iowa. We've been working with some guys out of Colorado and North Carolina as well. So we're really just focusing on trying to figure out the way to get the best products at the best prices for our partners and sourcing from wherever in the country we can to make that happen.
Gotcha. I love it.
Yeah, man.
MyMerch.us.
MyMerch.us.
I love it. Where do you see it going? You want to pick up bands and sports teams and just anybody you can? And
obviously, I think selling this to bars is going to be pretty beneficial because the benefits are just enormous for a bar. But bands, breweries, Sean, obviously, so there's a market there for
Sure.
other kinds of distributors. Daycares, they go through a ton of T-shirts. Kids
Obviously,
are gross.
podcasts.
That's true.
Podcasts,
That's true.
different media. Basically, any small
Dude,
business.
there's a lot
lawn
of ways
care.
I can help you out. So
Yeah,
you're
man.
going for other bars as well. You don't mind other bars?
No, I want their money too.
Oh, see, 86th Street Pub. That's where it's at, guys. I'm telling you right now. See, a lot of other venues would not, want to welcome other bars, and they
Well,
don't
I
want to
mean,
help
it-
them
Why
out.
not?
Well, that's what I think.
It
but-
doesn't hurt me to sell them T-shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already competitors.
Yeah.
And I've never been one to be petty about competition. I think it's good. It makes us all better.
You know what, dude? That's a whole can of worms in it, Brian.
It wasn't until you made it.
Being petty and competitors, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not competing with anybody, but I tell you what, I'm gonna
He's at the top of the game.
I am very
Coke don't compete with nobody.
I'm very happy to be, one of the first people on mymerch.us. I can promise you that.
Heck yeah, man.
So you're both wearing shirts. There's a 10-day
Absolutely.
turnaround on those,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they look
Yeah.
comfortable with
This-
this.
yeah,
it just
they're
look
nice,
good.
man. The polos we found run about a size small, which is good to know. But we, of course, as soon as we found out, we ordered one more shirt. We swapped shirts, and then we put on the website like, hey, these run a size small. Order up.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, because we're still learning too. That's why it was good to use the pub kind of as a test market. We ordered a ton of stuff. We got a different shirt for pretty much everyone on staff, all different styles, different logos, different colors. All came out amazing. I got this hat, which they immediately discontinued, so one of a kind.
They did the hat too.
They did the hat
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
And we got some My Merch hats made. It's more of a stiff front, more athletic looking, matches the shirt.
Sure.
Awesome.
Dude.
Yeah,
See,
all
I
kinds of stuff, man.
got to get a shirt from you guys so I can go out and promote for you.
Let's do it. Well, you know where you can do that.
You know me, I'm a whore at
mymerch.us. There you go, bud.
That is absolutely perfect. You got the, of course, mymerch.us, but you've got the pub on there as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can also go to the 86thstreetpub.com/shop. That's 86thstpub.com/shop.
And we are ready to go ahead and branch out and start putting links on other websites.
Heck yeah, man.
So you can put it on your own website, people. You got a band website, you can put it right there, like Chris was saying.
If you go to mononbeverage.com/shop, it's also on Sean's website there.
So it's linked right through you and us, our websites.
Yep.
And,
And your social media.
Oh, that's very cool. And like you were saying, once you're on the website, you can purchase your shirt, and it doesn't take you from the website.
Right.
See, I love that, but the websites I've been using, I had to open up another window to keep them there.
Nope.
But then you're sitting there with 9 windows open, people get frustrated.
It's a huge
No,
pain.
the only time it will redirect you off your website, it's actually really cool the way it works. So all the products are listed on your company's website. Has a nice JavaScript slide-out cart that it will open and close from the side. And then when you go to checkout, it will redirect you to our site, but that's just so that the PCI compliance for the credit cards, the SSL security, because we take care of all that for all our partners, we have to redirect to our site for checkout just to make sure that's perfectly secure and nobody's data can be stolen.
Oh, that's big.
Security
That's
is
huge
important,
these
man.
days. That is absolutely huge these days. What about mobile? Does that work good? I mean,
Integrates fine on mobile.
Yeah, I was showing Mandy our website on her phone earlier.
you know
great.
what? Chris was showing me some of the things when I was trying to get started over here too. My God, this is very simple.
It's
Yeah, man.
it's
It
ridiculously
is
simple.
very easy. Now, you guys are very new at this. Is there a downside yet that you have found?
I pitched my father on it 3 different times, and he tries very, very hard to play devil's advocate, as do Chris and I. That's pretty much how we work. We just, we come up with an idea, we tear it to pieces,
Yeah.
and it makes it better. My dad has yet to find a problem with this business model.
Really?
If there's
it's
one
crazy.
problem with it, and this is the only problem, the shirts run a little, and they're by no means expensive, but they run a little bit more than some local printers.
Right.
But there's no setup fees, there's no product minimums, so all those costs that would normally be associated with a run of shirts are not there. And if you want to order one at a time,
You're not paying.
you can do it.
You're not paying by the color.
No.
Right.
But there is one. There's a $5 flip fee for what you were
Yeah,
telling me.
that's true.
And that's it. You can get front and back as many colors as you like.
Yeah.
That's extremely inexpensive. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Shirts look great.
Thanks, man.
Well, thanks.
Oh my God. I'm ready to get signed up. We're gonna do it today before we leave. We're signing those contracts.
I will
Absolutely.
go get it out of my
Absolutely
briefcase.
perfect. You guys are coming back. We're gonna talk more about the pub later.
Right on,
Okay.
man. Sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Once again, this is live from Season 2, Episode 1, right here at the 86th Street Pub, where it all began for JL Media Today. Okay, people are pointing at me over here, and here we go. We're sitting down with some flipping rock stars are coming in. But before we talk to the rock stars, we're going to give a quick shout out to Mr. Dan Stevens.
Hey.
Hey, brother.
How you doing?
I finally got you on the microphone.
You got me. You got me on Saturday.
Dan Stevens is part of our sales team here at JL Media Today, and he has not been on the mic with us yet, so we will make sure we got him today.
You got me.
You were
the whole time.
You were a sports guy.
I tried to be at one time.
You used to do the MMA thing.
I did for a little stint until I got all this extra weight on me. Then that quit. I had knee surgeries and stuff, too, that got me out of it.
And you're going to be one of the perfect guys to back our new sports show that we've got coming up.
Yes, sir.
Blue HQ Media Live. These guys are in the house as well. We're going to talk to them in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and bring in some rock stars. I'm going to bring the beauty in first. Hey, Miss Rocky.
I thought you were going to talk about
Wait. I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
I thought you were going to either talk about Preston or Mike.
He told me to dial it back today. I can't flirt with him in front of everybody. So. Rocky Nash is one of the, she's part of the power team over at the Sam Ash Learning Center.
That's right. I'm the lessons coordinator at Sam Ash Music in Castleton.
And what goes on over there?
Well, we teach private lessons for anyone who wants to learn an instrument. Plus, we have a rock band program called Ash Rock that Preston and I developed and implemented several years ago at this point. Now, 5 years ago. Yeah.
That is the Preston Nash. Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
I got you back on the mic.
I am back on the mic.
Back on the mic. You are very busy with the different bands you're in, with Ash Rock and other things as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you were very, very busy with a band back in the day. You toured with Dope.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how cool was that?
Actually, it was awesome. It was great. I mean, I lived on a bus for a number of years and, did some records and toured around the country and the world to a degree. And, it's the best job on the planet. It really is. It's just a lot of fun. Traveling around, seeing different people and places and playing for, people that are dying to see it.
Sure.
There's nothing better.
On top of the rock star lifestyle, you lived it.
Yeah.
But I've talked to your kids. You're an amazing dad, so you're rocking that as well.
Well, I pay them to say that, so it's all good. Yes.
They get a bigger allowance from us when they're kind.
Oh, well, let's talk about the Sam Ash Learning Center. I have to be careful and make sure I enunciate correctly because Sam Ash is a sponsor of JL Media Today, and we have the new listening center over here to where all our live shows, you can walk up and actually listen to what we're doing in-house.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you knew about that or not, but we're set up right over here, and it's been popular.
Fantastic.
Sam Ash is a great place.
It is flipping amazing.
Yeah.
And they pay me to say that. Yeah, right. Tell us about the Learning Center real quick before we get to Mike over here.
Well, Sam Ash, and it does give credit to the company where for many, many years, just due to heritage, they wouldn't do music lessons because back in the day when the store started out, a lot of their bread and butter were music teachers.
Right.
So they didn't want to, go where they eat to clean it up a little bit. And so they stayed
Way
away.
to clean that up a little bit, honey.
So they stayed away from doing music lessons themselves. But then, times change, and after decades and decades, they decided that it was time to, get into doing music lessons. So out of the roughly 52 Sam Ash music stores, 30 of them have learning centers.
Wow.
And I've been at the company now for just about 6 years, and running the learning center. Rocky's in there now, and she's actually now the lesson coordinator, and I'm working now just mostly with the Ash Rock stuff. So now I'm the Ash Rock coordinator. So we had a little shift there. But we offer music lessons in just about every instrument we have in the store, even some instruments we don't have in the store, like bagpipes. We teach.
Wow.
We're the only Sam Ash store that teaches bagpipes. How cool is that?
30 different Sam Ash stores now have learning centers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But they don't have Nashes.
No, they don't. But you know what? It's okay because not all of them have ashes either. I mean, just because the name's on the building, there's not a Ash member family or
Sure.
family member in each store, but you keep it going anyway. You keep the doors open and the lights on, and they sell stuff, we teach stuff, and it's all good.
There you go. Dan, do you play any instruments?
You know what? When I was younger, I played the piano, and I've always wanted to play the guitar, but my brother took that skill.
Well,
So yeah, my fingers just didn't work like that.
You'd
What
be
we
surprised.
developed.
You'd be surprised.
I'm ready to come up and try.
Dan, watch this. How old is your youngest student at Ashford? Tell you what, let's go to the youngest student that's actually in a band. Because you put bands together from these students.
He's
That's what-
8 years old.
8
Wow,
years
okay.
old.
we
And
did
he's a Metallica shredder.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a jukebox.
We
As
just-
if I didn't
Nice.
need to feel insufficient any more than I already do.
We just did it.
I just made that happen for you.
We just did a show this morning in Fishers. It's been a long day for us already, and we're not even halfway done yet. But we did a show this morning at Fishers at the Farmers Market. And, we had 6 of our youth bands playing, and the youngest member is 8 years old. This kid plays guitar. I mean, you would not believe in a million years that this kid is 8 years old if you closed your eyes and heard just what was coming out of him. We had another kid, 10 years old playing Eruption, the Eddie Van Halen, famous solo.
Nice.
Note for note. It's just, these kids are amazing and actually very inspirational to an old fart like me to keep going and doing it because that's what it's about. Rock is, it's timeless, but it's also a young man's game, and to be able to pass the torch to a degree to a younger generation, take some of the things that I've learned and experienced and, bring up a new generation of rockers is very fulfilling.
It does get better, Dan.
It will.
does get better. How old
I
is
just
the
gotta
oldest?
go up there.
How old is the oldest member?
He's in his 70s.
There
Yeah.
you go. See, it's never too late, brother.
You still got time.
We've got time. There's hope for us, right? Let's get on to some more rock and roll, my brother. I recently saw you in a very cool band, KIST. Now, I apologize for missing the Sugar Shack show because Jules down there is amazing. I love Jules to death. Every morning on Facebook, she posts something. The very first thing she does is post something inspirational. I literally went all the way down there just to meet her because I'd been following that. Very nice lady. Very
Yes.
nice lady.
Yeah, awesome.
She said the show was great.
It was. It
was.
It was a great show. We had a few sound issues, but we championed through, and everyone had a great time. And I think are we back on?
Yeah, it's not official yet as far as contractually, but we're supposed to do a Labor Day show there, which of course is date-wise first Saturday in September.
Just a rumor.
It's rock and roll. You got to have some kind of issues, right? Did you guys break anything?
No. It wasn't like it was just when you have a long day with a lot of groups and a lot of people, and it's
Sure.
an outdoor show with bikers and alcohol. Sometimes
And you follow Death by Misadventure, so I mean,
we
it's crazy.
which is an ass rock band.
Yes, it is.
No, but I mean, it wasn't anything major, but it was a fantastic show. Everyone just had a awesome rocking time.
That beautiful voice you just heard chime in there is Mike. Hey, brother. I'm going to go ahead and say it in the band KIST. Preston plays Peter Criss,
Yes.
and Mike is Paul Stanley. And every time he walks in, to me, it's Paul Stanley. I have you in my phone, in my contacts, as Paul Stanley KIST.
you should.
That's awesome. I
That's
appreciate that. Yeah.
you, brother.
Could have been a lot worse. Right.
How'd you get hooked up with Preston to begin with?
Well, it's a long sordid tale.
Okay, if we can't tell it, I mean,
No, we can. I'm
the
just
police
kidding.
are still looking for us or something.
No, we feel very fortunate to have Preston in KIST. He's obviously an awesome drummer. He's a great guy. I think the band's chemistry is off stage is as good as it's ever been, which makes things a lot easier. He does a lot of things for the band, which I appreciate greatly. Some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that nobody gets to see. But I wanted to tell you, I'm working on something real special. That's why I was glad to come here today, because if you remember back in December, you kind of threw Mr. Nash under the bus. Do you remember that? I gave you some static about that. It was about the follically challenged situation.
You know what?
Now, you said that he gave you permission for that, so
He
I got to
just
give you a
came right
break.
out and say it. I didn't throw him under the bus. It scared me for a minute.
But we did it live on the mic, So I want you to know that some of my spare time, I don't have a lot, but some of my spare time, I'm working on this product called Chia Hair. So
Nice.
The band KIST. I mean, everybody has these beautiful long locks, and Preston is a little challenged. But you said it was okay.
I have beautiful long locks. I bought them in a store, and I put them on my head, and then when the show's over, I take them off.
They look phenomenal. You look just like, and you sound like. I think you're a better drummer than Peter Criss today.
Well, you know,
Today.
today's in the 70s. But,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, well, you know, hey, we all have our challenges in life, and mine is my hair follicles. So.
Do you think Peter keeps his wig shampoo in the same place in his bathroom?
I don't know.
But there's hope for Chia hair.
That scared me, Dan. He said you threw him under the bus. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't do that. That's not what
Whoa.
I'm talking about here.
I think it's my turn to get off then.
Preston does wear, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to the chia hair. I'm going to slap some mud on my head and the little seeds, and we'll grow it. Yeah. It'd be nice.
Tell me about the band KIST. How did it get started, and how are you guys doing now?
Well, it's been this is our 18th year as far as the brand name. Obviously, like a lot of things, there's been lineup changes, and being, I guess, kind of the pilot of the band, if you will, I've always thought of the brand being the most important thing because I always looked at it like this should be an homage to KISS, not an insult. So,
sure.
You know, it was about getting proper players and actors that could actually fulfill the parts correctly, which, you know, some people are like, oh, you're taking it too serious. And I'm like, well, people that pay you money, I think are okay with you taking it serious. So
taking it too serious. That's what I do with everything.
Well, I mean, you know, it's
I joke on the side, and I bring it right back to the brand, yeah.
If you, the old saying, you know, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So,
yeah.
You know, I don't want to look like a bunch of trick-or-treater goons up there, and nobody wants to see Lardos with spandex on either. So
now you play him to the T.
Well,
you are Paul Stanley up there, even with the hair thing. You know, when because Paul started to sweat, and he would fluff his hair a little bit because he was starting to sweat. He was always trying to cover up his ear. If you're not a huge KISS fan, Google that. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I did get to go backstage with you guys for a show and see you play, and I was mesmerized the whole time.
Well, that's great. I appreciate
that. A 12-year-old girl out there. I was I didn't mean to sound like a 12-year-old girl, Preston. It just kind of came out of me.
Well, I always think of you as a 12-year-old girl, so it's all good.
Spooky.
You guys did also make our promo video, too. We hadn't pushed it as much as we did because the video guy I was working with I'm not very fond of. Didn't give me exactly what I wanted, but it plays in rotation in all our shows over here, and you guys are right there, so front and foremost. Dan, I almost asked you if you were a KISS fan, but then I thought, everybody's a KISS fan. It's America.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I tell you what, KISS, you have got to go check them out because you would swear.
You know, I sometimes wish I was a little older to have witnessed the best time of that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, everybody has their opinions of that. But,
you know, I was early 80s baby.
Yeah.
It was just kind of, you know, towards the end tail of it. And,
yeah.
But, yeah, I love KISS music.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, in the 70s, it was, I mean, you know, it was incredible.
Right.
You know, they still put on a great show, obviously, but back in the day, so to speak, it was just, I mean, stupid good.
Right,
know?
yeah. Right.
They were so athletic and so, you know, it's just unbelievable. The whole thing was a spectacle.
Well, they're trailblazers. They were doing something that nobody done.
You know, the thing about it, though, is like there's so much attention to, obviously, the makeup and the look and the merchandising and so much that a lot of attention is not paid on the music. If you just put a crappy band in there without good songs, it would be a crappy band in, you know, makeup. And it really is the music. Without that, in addition to all the other stuff, I don't think it really would have been what it became. And so for me, it's of course, it's the look, it's the, you know, the mystique of it all, especially when I was a kid, you know, the comic books and the this and that. But, you know, without the music, honestly, to back it up, it wouldn't have worked. And I think that's where a lot of people fail to really appreciate KISS for more than what they think they know them for, which is just the look.
Yeah. I'm a huge movie fan, Rocky. And most people know I have a show called Movie Night with AJL Media. It's at Hamilton 69 Max right there at the Hamilton Town Center.
What is your all-time favorite movie?
Halloween, 1978. John Carpenter.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Good call.
But being that's very quickly I can do that. And I love movies. But saying that and loving movies as much as I do, we get, you know, in-depth when we're having discussions sometimes. In my top 10 has always been KISS and Phantom of the Park. Not because it's a great movie, but that's the first time we actually got to see their personalities off stage.
Just
if you know what I mean.
Right.
Well, have you seen KISS with Scooby-Doo?
I love that too. I love that too. I'm a little bit older than Dan over here. I was rocking the teens in the 80s, so I've seen it all, but I love the movie.
See, my all-time favorite movie is also a 1978 movie, Smokey and the Bandit.
That's a great one too.
Yep.
That's an absolutely great one too. All right. Tell me about put together a KISS show. How does it start? How long does it take to get into makeup and the stage ready and the whole night.
Well, we have one on Labor Day. We're actually starting today, setting up.
That's our fourth gig for the evening.
This is where I throw Preston under the bus. It takes Preston about 4 hours. Everybody else about an hour and a half.
We used to deal with the hair.
Exactly.
Oh, I did it too.
No, we typically like an hour and a half for costume and makeup.
Sure.
Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. But then as far as setting up the show, it depends on, as we actually do pyrotechnics and all that sort of thing. So depending if it's allowed at the venue we're at, and it just obviously takes a little bit longer. But the cool thing is, like we did the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago, and when we got done with that show, the sound engineer came up and said, "Hey, that's the biggest stage show that's ever been on that stage." And I said, "Well, I thought Styx played here last week." And he's like, "Yeah, but that doesn't matter." So, again, it's representing KISS, and that's all part of it, So we work our, is it okay to say asses?
You can
do what you want.
It's okay now, yeah.
And we work our asses off, and people ask, you guys put all this work into it. Why do you do it? And I said, well, because, again, it's homage to the band that we, give credit to. So, it's the only way to do it.
Well, it's definitely a love because Preston is always posting videos of Peter Criss and everything. He's, he is Peter Criss.
Yeah,
I like him better, to be honest with you.
I
did have all the solo albums too. When I was younger,
Yeah.
when they did their solo albums, and makeup. Do it all yourself? An hour and a half?
Yeah, I mean then you costumes as well because it takes a little while to get on the 7-inch leather heels, that
Now,
type of thing.
you guys were, you're bombarded by beautiful women at the show I was at. They don't help you with makeup or anything?
Well, if they're going to help, it's not going to be with makeup.
It's not going to be putting it on, will it?
That hour and a half goes out the window quick then, doesn't it?
Same thing for the
It's
outfits.
an hour and 40 minutes, right?
Yeah. Well, some of those things get cut short because show must go on,
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sure. Now, what about, I guess in the KISS videos you will see on YouTube and everything, there are a couple little flubs, people tripping over cables or anything. And is that often with you guys? Does that happen?
Well,
I guess I'm asking about a bad show.
Well, I haven't been with them that long to really experience a lot of that.
Plus, he's sitting down.
Yeah, plus
Right.
He's up on the riser behind
I'm
you.
safe back there. I did get shot in the ass though with one of the pyrotechnic things in a show we did in Iowa. The firework thing went off, and all of a sudden I got shrapnel on my keister. So,
it was the size of a pinhead, and he just wanted to show his ass. That's what it really was about. Because I think he said something about freshly shaved before his show.
Well, yeah.
But he actually did have a skin abrasion.
Really?
Yeah, it was the concussion that's loaded into a mortar, and it was loaded upside down. Which the only thing that does is it projects the electric match that sets the thing off. So that's more than likely what. I didn't study Preston's ass close enough to get any kind of forensics on it, but I think it was the electric match.
The day's young.
Now this show is too amazing. There's no way you can run sound from the stage. Does the sound guy do the pyro as well?
No, we got tech board side of stage, usually stage right, where there's usually one or two people there doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like you'd have to have some kind of training, I guess, or certification for that.
Well, yeah, because
I hope you would.
Well, right. Technically, the system that we use for stage pyro is called non-binary. So what that entails is you actually, by law, only have to be 18 years or older to operate the system because there's no mixing involved. Everything's pre-packed and pre-done by the company in England and gets shipped to us. And I decided to do that path, obviously, because it's just safer, and then some of the responsibility goes on the company, not just us.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's very safe. People get all freaked out about pyro still because, things that happened in the past. But the bottom line is if you have somebody who's intelligent running it and you follow the rules, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
We did a show at the Pepsi Coliseum 2 weeks after Great White incident happened.
Sure.
And they said, well, out of respect for the people that perished at Great White, show, you're not going to do any pyro. And I said, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, but we're going to put the biggest pyro show on we ever did because we're going to do it
respect.
Right. Yeah. And so we got, surveyed by both city and state for about 2 hours. And as I tell people, they found absolutely nothing wrong with what we were doing. We were doing everything right. And if somebody had done that there at the Great White situation, it wouldn't have happened.
Sure.
So it's just a tragedy that easily, like most, could be avoided if, any one of the rules would have followed, let alone zero.
Exactly, like most. I'm going to throw you both under the bus right now.
Yes, sir.
What is going on with the social media presence? You guys on Facebook? And because I've searched for you a couple of times now, and I have trouble finding you.
Yeah, we're on social media. I just set up, we do have a Facebook page. sometimes it might be you have to put in like the whole thing, like KIST, a tribute to KIST, and that's KIST, because
that's my problem.
Even when I first searched it, I found KIST, KIST, and I found something with like Japanese girls doing
Korean Institute of Science and Technology.
And I actually stayed on that site for about 3 hours.
They're very smart.
Exactly.
Show me your brains.
But and then we also I just set up a SoundCloud page for us, and we have a Reverb Nation page. We don't have an Instagram.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I have to admit I'm not into all that, to be honest with you, so I leave it up
we leave it on the sites where it makes the most sense, like Reverb Nation.
Sure. You can hook them all up together now. You can hook up your Facebook page to where it will go to your Instagram. When you post a picture, it just goes instantly there. I know that because that's the only reason I have an Instagram or a Twitter.
Right.
I put it on Facebook, and it goes elsewhere in the world. So.
Well, you have to call me on my rotary phone, and then we could talk about it, because I'm a little slow on the technology.
Yeah, same here.
So it is there. What is the name of the Facebook page again? KIST?
KIST, a tribute to KISS.
A tribute to KISS.
Yeah, Johnny, we do that because obviously that kind of excoriates any kind of thing happening to us as far as, legality, because I always want to make sure KISS gets credit for what we're doing.
Sure.
It's not about us, it's about them. So it's kind of like a built-in anti-plagiarism thing,
Gotcha. Absolutely got you. And the Instagram, are we going to try it, or I'm going to try and talk you into it? You guys look great when you're dressed up, man. On stage, some of those pictures we got downtown were phenomenal.
I will set one up just for you, Johnny.
Oh, see, I'm all
and
happy.
You're going to be my first follower.
You're exactly right. I love you guys. And now that I'll be able to find your Facebook page, we'll be able to share it even more.
And then we should have the SoundCloud thing going, so you could be playing that in the background.
Exactly, which we should be playing it. We should be playing it every day. You said you got a Labor Day show coming up.
Yeah.
Is there anything else coming up?
Yeah, we actually may have another date here in Indianapolis the weekend prior. I just had a meeting with the people that run the place. It's actually a very cool place on East Washington Street. They took a really old building and put $2 million into it, and it has an old vaudeville theater. Can't remember what floor it's on. It's either the second or the third. Whatever. But it's not on the first floor. That's all I cared about. But it's really an interesting place. The people there are real nice, and so we can keep you posted on that if that comes to fruition. But they typically rent the space, and they want to have live music there. And I told them, well, bands don't pay you money to rent their space, so it's going to be like, have to work some kind of deal out. So that's what we're proposing at this time.
It's sad that we still have to educate venue owners, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that, and I told them I'd be glad to work with them because I think it's cool. They want to make that happen, and anything that's trying to promote live music is obviously very cool. But they do need help, and they know it at least. That's the good part.
Now, how is Indianapolis compared to other cities with that type of issue?
Live music?
Yeah, well, with the vendor owners or the venue owners and the managers out there, how difficult is it to get into a decent place with decent people and all that here in Indy compared to other cities?
Well, for us, it's a little difficult, I think, just because of our show, because we really like to try to display as much as we can to do our show. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of unfair. There's not a lot of places in Indy that really can support what we do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're not a regular band that just goes in, sets up amps, and plays a show. It's
certainly not a basic bar band.
Right,
and that's nothing against that. It's just it's tough, and so we want to do as best as we can. So doing outside stuff is kind of more what our thing is, But we're not against playing in a club. It's just if it has a decent sized stage. I mean, our drum riser, we go into clubs and sometimes our drum riser is bigger than the stage.
Yeah,
right. So
you're a tribute band to the hottest band in the world. I mean, really.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they've actually seen us play, which is kind of cool. So that's
really.
Oh yeah. And it was like, were you nervous? And I was like, well, no, it was cool. I mean, it was kind of surreal, but it was cool.
So how is gigging different today than back in the day? When you were dope, sure you had a tour manager and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
No problems, but
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say no problems because we know how rock and roll is, but
oh, there were problems. No, yeah. I mean, when you're on the road, obviously you have to have someone handling a lot of things that you just can't handle yourself, whether it's a road manager, roadies, front of house guy for sound, and so on and so forth. When for what we're doing, we're not like living on a bus, waking up in a different city every day. We're based out of Indianapolis, and things that we do are regional, like around. So they're day trips or weekend trips and things like that. So a lot of it is DIY, where we're handling, a lot of it ourselves in terms of booking hotel rooms and so on. Whereas, if you live on tour, then someone else is handling that for you.
So you loving what's going on now?
Well, yeah. I mean, my life is.
Well, you're home every night with a gorgeous, talented lady. And
my life is
talented.
What's her name?
What's he mean by talent?
Just don't tell Rocky about it. No, my life. My life
could have went so many different ways.
It did.
Yeah.
We all took the same one, yeah.
Yeah, my life is great. I mean, my day job, quote unquote, is making rock music with, people from 8 to 70 all day long and all night long, like I did early this morning, and like we're gonna do tonight at. Are we live or taping this?
We're live right now.
All right, so tonight at Birdie's. I hate to advertise.
Yeah, let's go ahead and advertise it because it looks right now from my player we are in 10 different states right now.
Excellent. Well,
it's gonna be a good day.
For those of you in Indianapolis, we are at Birdie's tonight. 71st and Keystone with our Ash Rock Generations program, and that's what we call the adult bands. And we got 9 fantastic bands playing at Birdie's tonight, starting at 8 o'clock. And so my job is making rock music with folks from 8 to 70 all week long. And then as a side bonus, I get to slap on KISS makeup and play shows with KISS and do some other things. And what can I say? I got it all. It's really, really cool.
Life is good, isn't it, brother?
Life is good.
Life is absolutely good.
Which, by the way, Mike, if you want to see one of my talents, I'm actually singing for one of the bands tonight at Birdie's.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that very often anymore, do you?
I used to do it all the time when we started the Generations program for the adults. Because it was like everybody wanted to play guitar, bass, and drums, but no one really wanted to sing. And so I would just fill in for it. But yeah, it's been a while, so I'm excited about doing it.
It's kind of cool because right now we have we've had an influx of singers because there's this and I didn't realize this until very recently. There's this whole seedy karaoke underworld.
Yes, it is. It's a whole different subculture.
It's seedy. You're exactly right.
Neat.
And they're actually awesome, and there's some great singers. But we've got a lot of them that do a lot with this karaoke, and they want to now do it with a real band. Mm-hmm. So about half the singers in our program are these avid karaoke people that do this stuff 3-4 nights a week. And but now they've come here and they want to rock out with real people behind them, not just a backing track with a screen showing lyrics. So we have a lot of great singers in our program, and so you can hear them tonight at Birdie's if you come on out.
So the karaoke people are joining bands.
Yeah.
God is good.
It's very good. It's awesome.
Get them away
Build
from
a bridge.
That
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Japanese gave us karaoke. You know that, right? I say we bombed Hiroshima, and that's how they got us back. Is karaoke. Sitting over here. Ba-dum-pum-pum. It's my show, Dan. I can do stupid stuff.
Go with it.
So what else is coming up for KIST?
Well,
you guys ever do any photo shoots or anything? Because you guys, I guess you get enough photographers taking pictures of you on stage.
Well, sometimes not really. It's interesting because people always kind of get honest about that, and it's we're like Preston said earlier, we're so busy trying to make the show happen. We did Zubilation a few years back, and that was an interesting concept, because initially they thought it wasn't going to fit the demographics of the people that go to Zubilation.
Oh my God!
But
I think that'd be huge.
As I told them, hey, most of these people that are buying these tickets for the kind of money they're paying were probably teenagers in the 70s, and so then I introduced the concept of being a theme night, so that people could dress up like the 70s, because I told them the way it was kind of boring, tuxedos and finger food, and it was mucky muck, so I said, why don't you guys have some fun with this? So they did, and it worked out great. That was their best Zubilation at the time up until that point. It was the most successful one they had, so we run into problems sometimes, too, with people thinking that KISS is, night and Satan service, and so now we're going to, bite bats' heads off and, amputate somebody on stage or something. And, it's nothing like that, obviously.
Yeah, you really need some permits for that stuff, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, at least release forms, for losing one arm.
Yeah, have to be at least 18 to amputate someone on stage.
Well, it is an amazing show, and more people around the Indianapolis area need to know that you guys are here. Well, 2 of you are here, right?
Yeah, 2 of us live in Indy, and then the other 2 live outside of Indy. The guitar player lives in Louisville, and the Gene Simmons character lives in Lafayette, Indiana.
Well, see, that's not too far.
No.
They can make it up here.
Right.
We need to get you guys out in some big events.
Well, we're going to hopefully, I think, the Sugar Shack was a great place. The gentleman that owns that place, his first name is Tony, and he's owned the place for about a year and a half, and he's really cleaned it up, made it very nice. It's a very cool place, so it shouldn't scare anybody as far as when they say biker bar. I mean, nothing bad happened there. It was very cool.
I'm going to tell you right now, I went down there to meet Jules, and you guys know me. I'm a confident heterosexual. I was wearing pastels. Nobody looked at me twice. I loved Sugar Shack, and they have PBR, so I'm going to be happy in a PBR bar.
Yeah, it's a great place. The food's good there, so I'm sure the Labor Day thing will happen, so keep us in mind for that, because if we could do a little promo before, that'd be awesome for everybody, so.
Absolutely.
And we'd like to have you come to the show, man, because we had Jake's Fireworks do a massive fireworks show at the end of the concert. So we had 3 bands, us, and then this massive fireworks show on 4th of July, and they're going to come back and do something for Labor Day as well.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have to put it in my calendar now because I'm always working, Mike. I do this all the time, man.
Hardest
I got to work
man,
double time now. My PBR rep is in the room, so he's over there laughing at me. We love him. Even though he was a Yankees fan, we do love him.
Don't talk about Yankee fans. I'm from the East Coast.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm going to get double teamed over here. Mike, I appreciate you being on the show, man.
Hey,
KIST
sure,
is the band. KIST. It's a tribute band to KISS. Tell me the Facebook page one more time.
KIST, a tribute to KISS.
We didn't do it in stereo, though.
No, not in stereo. Try it one more time.
1, 2, 3. KIST, a tribute to KISS.
That's where you find it right there. And, of course, we're going to be sharing it. You're going to come back with me with some other bands here in a minute, aren't you? What are we?
Yes.
Where are we, Mandy? What are we doing, darling? We're going to get Mike away from the – okay. We'll talk with Dalton right now. We'll get Mike away from the mic.
Yeah, because there's one of the waitresses going to dance on a pool table here, and so I want to make sure I don't miss that.
We've got a couple of waitresses and a couple of pool tables here at the 86th Street Pub. Mike, thanks for sitting down with me,
Hey,
brother.
Johnny, thanks much. Good seeing you again, brother.
You too, my man. I like that guy. I just straight like that guy, Preston. Where are we now, dear? We got Dalton here from Dan's going to stay with me, right?
Yeah, until Mandy tells me to get off.
Okay, it is episode 1 of season 2 from the 86th Street Pub, and that's where we're doing it live right here today. We'll just have you guys sit right here until Mandy kicks you out of here. First, we're going to talk to Dalton over here. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. How are you?
Dalton, because I can't remember your last name. Tinkle Dooder? Do it again?
Works for me. It's Tinklenberg.
I'm just messing with you, but I got to break you in here. Dalton runs the blog website Blue HQ Media, all things sports in Indiana. Pretty much everything, right?
Everything. Constantly expanding.
Constantly expanding. And I just lied to you when I said Dan was going to stay with you because we're going to bring DeAndre in. This is what happens when Mandy and I are on the same page, just on different sides of the page. I guarantee you she's right, though. I'm in the wrong right here. Hey, DeAndre.
How you doing?
Got you back on the mic, brother.
Yep.
How's your weekend?
It was good.
DeAndre is a new intern here with AJL Media Today. We brought in a couple, and I guess Noah's doing the family thing today, so we're going to bring Big D in. Good to meet you, brother. Back to Dalton, though. Blue HQ Media. How'd it get started, brother?
Well, I was writing for a website called Pro Football Spot. Great guys over there. Just was looking for a little bit something more. And another writer from there and myself, we decided, hey, we're gonna try to make a run at this ourselves. About 3 months into it, we had, I think, 500 views a month average, so we weren't doing too hot. He decided that it wasn't for him, and he left, so it was just me and my lonesome running it. And that next month, we added about 4 or 5 writers. January was a big month for us. We did over 60,000 views in January from where we were at before. Never even came close to 1,000. And now we're averaging 10 to 15,000 views a month and constantly growing. Already this month, on the 15th of the month, we have more views than we've had all year.
Oh, that's going to be great, too. Because I'm going to go ahead and announce it right here on Live From. They have a new show coming out. They're taking their blog and turning it into a podcast with AJL Media Today.
Awesome.
So Dalton is going to be hosting AJL Media Today live. You're going to bring your writers
Blue
in and have
HQ
them?
Media live.
What did I say? Dude, I hadn't had that many PBRs. What did I say?
Blue. You said JL Media Today live.
Okay. We've already got that.
I mean, that might be,
AJL Media Today live from is where we are right now.
Right, but it's Blue HQ Media live.
See, I'm doing these PBRs over here, Matt, so it's showing on the radio.
So you got to think about the blue and the Pabst Blue Rib.
There we are. Blue HQ Media Live is the name of the show, and that's how I announced it incorrectly.
Right.
So that's what we're doing. Again, it's going to be a great show because I'm only producing. I'm not going to be talking on. You're bringing the writers in.
Oh, yeah.
The host,
yeah.
Are we going to do guests in the whole nine? Or?
We are going to try our best to get some guests. We do a lot of interviews, but we'll see if we can get them out here. to whatever venue we're in. But we'll definitely have the riders. We'll have Derek and Matt and Mike, also known as Cloney Dungy, on the show.
Cloney Dungy.
Yep.
I like that.
Looks just like Tony Dungy.
You know why I'm going to just produce this thing, Preston?
Why is that?
Because I can't talk sports with these guys.
Really? You're not a sports guy?
I know the highlights.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can watch it in the bar with the guys, but that's about it. These guys they go downtown, into the dugouts and hang out with them, and I can't do it. And I can't remember the stats either. I couldn't remember the name of your last name a minute ago, and how the hell am I remember these stats? You know what is weird, though, is there's a beautiful lady sat down with us, and I hadn't even talked to her yet. This is Miss Angel.
Yes.
Hello,
hi.
dear. I have not met Angel yet.
No.
So you've not felt my hug yet, which is coming because you're part of the family, I
I'm
understand.
ready for it.
You came on with AJL Media Today as well.
Yes. First day.
Sales?
Yes.
Okay. You have a background in sales?
Well, technically, no. Retail management for about 7 years. Completely do something different in my career now. But
no experience whatsoever. That's perfect for us, dear. What do you do now?
I am a support analyst for a loan company.
Okay. I thought she was going to be like mental health specialist or something, because I could use that. I could absolutely use that right now. Welcome to the family, darling.
Thank you very much.
This is the Nashes, and this is Dalton and
Very
DeAndre.
nice to meet you. Yes, very nice to meet you guys.
It is live from 86th Street Pub, Season 1. Season 2.
You're all over the place, man.
Well, I'm at a PBR.
Security, he's cut off.
They need to come back over here. Angel sat down and got me all messed up over here. I got to be careful, though, because she is happily married.
No.
Okay.
Real close.
I'm going to sit down where I can't see her.
You got the right screen up on your computer there?
No, it's not up here. She just told me she was coming. I saw her profile picture as some big guy, and I was scared of him, so I don't. Let's start over.
He's turning red.
Did I mention that we're live? I'm sorry, Miss Angel. Tell us about you. How about that?
Yeah, so like I said, I work full-time as a support analyst. I'm actually currently going back to school in just a few weeks to get my bachelor's in project management. So real boring stuff that I got going on. And I am a dog mom to a beautiful pit bull. And in my spare time, I'm super exciting, and I read, and I listen to podcasts every single day on my way to work. I drive about an hour to work and an hour home, stuck in traffic, so I get to listen to podcasts every morning. So I love it. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Have you heard some of ours?
I have not.
Oh, that's why she came on board then. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. He brought me a beer, too, so he knew what was happening over here.
She's got some great tattoos, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Tell Preston about the ink there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, obviously flowers. So it started with my cap, which is just a dahlia flower, my favorite. And then it works its way down to multiple different flowers that I have my tattoo artist kind of just combined. And then the inside is an old-fashioned skeleton key.
Oh, wow.
Wrapped around some vines, and then a clock that says 11:11, which is the luckiest time of the day. I'm kind of superstitious about random things. So that is one of them. So that's kind of it. And then I have multiple different ones with different quotes, kind of uplifting and all that fun stuff. So kind of just a little bit of everything.
Very cool.
Now, did these all tell one story, or are they several stories?
Oh, several. You can't just have one story. You've got too many stories in life to stick to one.
Well, I agree, but I've met some people that basically they were telling their story of their life.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure Preston's got several different stories here. You're covered here.
Well, they're not stories, but they are sort of like a roadmap, and I've gotten them in all different places around the country and, well, actually technically around the world. So it's they don't really necessarily tell a story about where I was or what I've done, but I remember where I was and what I was doing when I got each one, and so.
Any Peter Criss tattoos, I guess? Not really his, or tattoos that he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't have any that he has. I got one there, and it's actually not very good. And then I got another one there that's very good.
Yeah, I see that on the back now. You know, something about guys' tattoo, I never pay any attention to them whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Okay, I'm going to try this one more time.
All right.
Dalton with Blue HQ Media.
Yeah, you got it that time.
That's called resetting, folks.
I got it that
world.
time. So we're going to bring the different writers in and basically have them conduct the show.
Yeah.
And me sit back here and try and be sober and not mess it up.
As
right?
long as you call us by the right name, I think we'll be okay.
I probably have to have name tags for the first couple episodes, right? DeAndre, you a sports fan?
Yep.
Because you're going to be involved in all this stuff, too. You know that, right?
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So what was going on this weekend with you, brother?
Nothing, just working.
Okay, what brought you to AJL Media Today? Because Angel has no idea what she's getting into. Mandy's going to straighten her right out.
Live from it. That's why I'm here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Man, there's all kind of family coming in here. I'm loving this. Got the back room full here at the 86th Street Pub. Well, I was wondering if you're going to tell them how we met, brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, on my old job.
This is a true story here, Preston.
True
Listen.
story. I work for a company downtown called Infinity Global, which I go to Walmarts and Sam's Club, and I sell Xfinity. And one day,
Yes, this was the guy who hung around Walmart trying to sell Xfinity. Yeah.
Oh, it was
That's a hard gig.
It was an internship too. Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard. And so one day I was in Fry's I was just walking around. And I met Johnny. I was like, "Hey, what's your cable internet company?" And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Who's your cable internet?" He goes, "I don't want that."
They come by me and said, "Who's your internet provider?" I'm like, "Why?" So we were Comcast. I'm like, "Dude, get the hell away."
Yeah.
There were 3 of them, and I told him, I said, "Come to work with the real company," and I brought 2 of them on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's how it happens, Angel. You just bring these people, and DeAndre's been doing great with us. I hope he's having fun.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of JL Media Today thus far?
It's awesome. It's so fun.
Have I ever
man.
forgotten your name? I'm trying to figure
No.
out. Okay. Sorry, Dalton.
That's okay.
How did it get started with the website to begin with?
Yeah,
Have you always been a writer?
No, not at all. I used to hate writing. I played sports, and then I got too fat to play sports. And said, hey, well, I still want to be involved, but I can't run uphill anymore without running out of breath, so what can I do? So I started writing just a random blog that got 50, 60 views per article, nothing major. And just transitioned from here to there, and now we run the best sports website in Indiana, hands down.
Good for you.
That's
Excellent.
awesome.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a
Without
doubt.
a doubt.
Are we bringing new people on?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't know if you had somebody. Are we looking for certain writers for certain teams?
We're always looking for writers for every team.
Tell you what we're going to do real quick. We're going to say goodbye to Preston and Rocky for just a few minutes and bring them back on because we got more to talk about with you guys.
Oh, right on. Thank
There we
you.
go. There we go. So what are we looking for, sports-wise?
We're looking for, right now we're really looking for college writers.
Okay.
So we just brought somebody on for Purdue. We're still looking for IU and Notre Dame. If anybody out there wants to write about those, just reach out to us at bluehqmedia.com. Pretty covered on Colts, but we'll always take more. And then at the beginning of 2018, we have some pretty big news coming. So if you're a writer and looking to write about your favorite team, get a hold of us for sure.
Well, I want to go ahead and tell you one of our other interns, Noah, who's doing a lot with us because he needs hours quick, is a safety for Butler.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure how his writing is, but we're definitely going to have him on the show and talk a little bit.
It depends on how many times he's been hit.
That's true. That's true. He doesn't wobble too much, so I'm not sure about concussion-wise. He's a good kid. I like him. Speaking of liking people, I see Miss Rene is here.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, lady. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am tired already.
Well, you're only, an hour in? You still got an hour to go. You got lots of time.
I've been here since 10:30. It's a day, darling. It's a day.
You need a caffeine drink instead of some PBR.
My PBR rep is sitting right beside you, and you're gonna say some stuff.
You need
like
you need a caffeine PBR version.
I don't need our people hopped up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Martz. How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, Johnny.
I hadn't seen you in a while.
I've been around.
You've been out of town. You've been
I travel a little
at
bit.
the Pabst Brewery here and there.
Oh, I'm wearing out that I-65 route to Chicago and back and all over the state. You know, it's a big state when you drive it top to bottom.
It is.
So
It
everybody
is.
looks at it and says, it's not a big state. Well, I challenge you to go from South Bend to Evansville and tell me it's not a long state.
Well, it's sad when you have to drive that far when you can't drink PBR while you're driving.
Correct.
You know, that's frowned upon. DeAndre.
Again,
You don't
a
wanna do
caffeine version.
We make that's Starbucks. We make up for it when we get on. We get where we're going. We more than make up for it. So.
Absolutely perfect. Renee, I'm going to get to you in just a second, but I hadn't seen this gentleman here in a little bit.
A little bit.
What's going on with PBR, bro?
Oh, geez, where do you want me to start?
Dude, you said go ahead and push old style too.
Oh, heck
and
yeah.
I drink that like water these days.
No, good man.
They have it down the Antelope Club. They have Lone Star, and they keep it there. I mean, they have to keep it up in the cooler for me because they know I'm coming in.
Nice.
And we move a lot of it down there. I got to get you down there for a show.
Going 2 of our local legends there. I love it.
Absolutely. What's going on new?
Oh, geez, let me think. Well, we had a hell of a year last year coming off of the Cubs World Series win with Old Style. Since you mentioned that,
Absolutely.
I'll go in with that right now. We finished up in the state of Indiana on Old Style for I couldn't tell you when, but that brand is starting to fly. We've done a lot this year with our Not Your Father's line. Or let me do this a different way. The Small Town line, which is Not Your Father's root beer. And then now we brought out this year, we brought out Not Your Mom's. We brought out Not Your Mom's apple pie, strawberry rhubarb, and iced tea. And then we're getting ready to, I shouldn't say we are already in the process of launching what I think will probably be bigger than root beer, and that is we just launched Not Your Father's Mountain Ale, which is, if you're a Mountain Dew drinker.
Sure.
It's green bottle, green liquid, very similar taste profile.
Some good fluid?
I'm pretty impressed by it.
Really?
I'm pretty impressed by it. Yeah, I really am. As a former Mountain Dew guy too, it was I'm pretty impressed.
It just looks good with that perfect green color too.
Ooh, well, I tell you, it'll sneak up on you. It'll sneak up on you. But things are rolling pretty well. I mean, it's been a tough climate here in Indiana this year. We've been up against that big dog from Pottsville, Pennsylvania, that came in this year, Yingling, and they come in and they wear all of us other guys out, and we've been managed to hang on. So we're just trying to get through the year.
I think they of course did well when they finally legalized it here and you were able to bring it here. I wasn't that impressed. I got to be honest with you.
You know, I think.
And then some of these bars around here try and sell it like it's a craft beer. I'm like, dude, why are you charging $5 for this meal?
Well,
I had 2 sips of one. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I like it. Do.
It's to me, it's a domestic. So, but they do a great job when they launch. There's no question about it. And it was everywhere. If you've been to a store, a restaurant, a bar, you fell over it. So they did a heck of a job. So. It's been a fight, but we're fighters.
Hey, man, there's a reason we're always in there. We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. Been around since 1844, so we got something right.
Tell me about the new brewery you just toured.
Well, the brewery just opened, I think, full-time in April. And what the great part about that is it's a renovation on the old Pabst property of an old church. And basically what that is for us, it's a brew pub, it's a restaurant, and basically an incubator for us to brew new beers. And so we have On Deck are on tap. They're brewing an IPA. They're brewing a Hefe called Sticky Fingers. There's just what it is. They're brewing. Yeah, I mean it's basically I think 6-8 taps, and of just our we want to call them project brews, but it's a great way to taste stuff you wouldn't be able to taste anywhere else.
See, when people say PBR, you're thinking of one brand. My God. How many brands are under Pabst right now?
About 77.
77 different beers, DeAndre.
Yeah. So
I can talk about them now because you're 21, right?
Yeah.
We can talk about those. Have you ever had a PBR in your life?
Yep.
There we go.
All the time.
He went to college. He had one. Yeah.
All the time.
So yeah, we're 70. We're bigger than people think. I mean, there's more out there than people think, and we're more. I mean, our big thing is our local legends. I mean, we run Rainier out west and Lone Star down in Texas, and good old style up in the Chicago, Indiana, Wisconsin area. So we're busy. We're busy, and these are old recipes that they brought back to life. On Decker, my favorite, and actually we signed a deal with the Chicago White Sox. This year, Miller walked away from the contract, so
You're on the south side too now.
I'm on the south side.
Oh yes, I like that.
And we had a chance to get in there with PBR and Old Style plus Not Your Father's, and then they've got a section on the second level where we have a spot to kind of showcase the stuff coming from Milwaukee.
Oh, that is very cool.
So it's really, really a cool experience.
That is very cool. You know, I go into some of these bars and like the upscale places. And they see me drinking a PBR because, yes, they do have them.
Well, sure they do.
A lot of bars that don't serve them will cook with them.
Right.
So if you ask for it, they'll still sell it to you.
They will.
And some people ask me, oh, PBR is back. PBR has never left.
Never left.
Never left. It's always been there. And you'd be amazed at pretty much everybody has it.
Yes.
But some people don't showcase it. Now, I don't want to name the restaurant. It's a little upscale burger joint. There's one downtown and one in Carmel. I think there's one more, but they have it on tap. And I was surprised to see it on tap.
We do well with it at those places because, you know, and again, I've said this a million times, Johnny, you and I have talked about it a lot of times too, is when we talk about the internet has made everybody out there a beer expert, right?
Yeah.
So it used to be people just enjoyed beer because of how it tasted, and now is that a 2-row or a 4-row malt? Are you guys using Cascade hops? Is it something I don't do? You know, do you like it or not?
I'm that simple. I really am.
I am too, and I think what's made where our growth has come from is craft has taken over everywhere, and the number one macro choice out of the craft drinkers is PBR. Similar profile. So we're capturing that crowd. So you do see it at a lot of craft places where they'll run 20, 30 taps of something local, regional, whatever, and then PBR. So,
oh, absolutely. Well, PBR, I mean, we won a blue ribbon years ago. 100-something years ago.
Right.
Since 1844, they've been doing it. A lot of people don't realize we're winning every year.
Yep.
In these competitions they
Right.
have. Brewers and just everything.
Yep. Gold medal at the Great American Beer Festival. And Old Style took silver.
Isn't that huge?
That's big.
That is big. PBR is the one beer that you can be drinking in a bar and somebody walk by and say, oh, PBR, I hadn't had that in years. Let me get one.
Right.
I can't think of any other drink that's like that.
No, it's true, and I mean that's the great part about it is it's an iconic brand, and I think I think everybody right now is kind of looking for something iconic, and the great part about it is we're American owned, American brewed, and that a lot of brewers can't say that anymore.
That's true.
I think there's 3 of us left in the United States, so outside of all the craft beers, they're all local, but the big brewers were it. There's 3 of us, so I think people are searching for something. And we specialize in local. We like to be very local, so we jump in where we can locally. You're never going to see the big splash from a national standpoint. I was trying to get permission to do a billboard this year, and California told me we don't do billboards. We do murals. So I said the wholesaler's willing to pay for it. He said not our thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
You hire an artist, you get it done on a mural.
Okay.
Well, okay.
We can do that too.
We can do that too.
We know folks.
We do.
We know folks through Brother Beer Cast.
We do.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just some good fluid.
Yes, sir.
Every bit of it.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of you coming back around.
I am. It's good to be back.
We speak every other month or so, but
yeah, we try to anyway. But we're both going different directions. AJL Media seems to be pretty busy these days, so you haven't got time for us.
Ah, see that? You see what he just did to me? See what he just did to me? That's not even funny. Angel, you're a PBR drinker.
I'm not a big beer drinker. Cider, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, we got some other things you can try too.
It's all right. We have woodchuck. So
I actually love woodchuck.
That's part of us too.
That is part of the past.
I didn't even know that.
There you go. See.
Listen, look
woodchuck,
at that.
gumption. We're just going to throw them all out there today. Plus, we have a partnership now with New Holland. So
really,
yeah, New Holland out of Michigan.
Yes.
So.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, we're making our way around.
We're going to have you try some past products at some point. Is there anything that you would like to tell us about you now that you're coming on to the JL Media Today family? DeAndre, this question's coming to you too, so be ready.
No, I'm excited. I love doing new and exciting things. What's funny is because both of you had little things you said that made me think of it. I worked at Walmart for 8 years. I was a manager for over 4 of them. And we used to kick you guys out of our store. They would come in, they wouldn't have contract with us, and we'd have to go up and kick them out. So I was that person.
I don't think Fries knew they were there. They just were walking around.
Yeah. They're not really supposed to, so it cracks me up when you said that. So I love getting to meet new people. This is a pretty awesome experience. And then we used to have vendors for beer all the time. I actually used to manage the grocery department, so I dealt with a lot of beer vendors and different stuff coming in and learning, all about Not Your Fathers and all that good stuff. So it's very cool to be able to meet new people. So that's probably the most exciting thing I am looking forward to. But that's kind of...
Well, you're at a grocery store. I got to tell you, I shopped at a Kroger for almost 10 years. It's my neighborhood Kroger, right? And I asked him about Old Style. Why can't we get Old Style here? We have PBR. He said, oh, yeah, just talk to the manager over here and he'll get it for you. I asked him 3 times. And he has not got it in there. You know what? I hadn't been in that store in 3 months now, simply because they won't get Old Style in. And I was a regular customer.
No.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to get a beer that you don't have. You have to have it basically petitioned. So a lot of people have to request it. So you couldn't just get one request and get it in, unless you were going to buy pallets of it. Otherwise, the store's not going to make any money.
They don't know how
they don't.
They've obviously not been around jail.
Did you not give him your business card? For crying out loud?
Yeah, had you done that, man, you'd be there right now.
Actually, I was wearing a PBR shirt, and I got like 3 30-packs of PBR, and some guy took a picture of me. I don't know what's going on.
Uh-oh.
Angel, it's very nice to meet you,
Very
darling.
nice to meet
And
you.
I'm assuming we're going to talk at some point. Other than that, Mandy will answer any questions you have.
Thank you.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
DeAndre.
Yep.
My brother.
Yep.
I already forgot the question I was going to ask you.
It's the same one you just asked her.
Yeah, what was that? I forgot already. See, you did too, didn't you?
I did too.
Renee, help me out, Renee.
I think it was, do you have anything interesting you want to tell us?
Thank you. See, Dalton is the only one over here.
He's the only one paying attention. That's the writer in him. He's got to observe and pay attention to everything.
It's the only one not drinking too, so let's be fair.
I just had kidney stones this week.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So cranberry juice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lemonade.
DeAndre, what they said.
No, not really. Just I'm really excited about just joining you guys. It's really fun doing what I do, like marketing, and just can't wait to do more experience in the field.
Okay, we got to get you a PBR shirt. I saw my man had something in there.
They're on the table.
DeAndre,
Yep.
thank you, my brother.
No problem.
Talk
Have a
to you
good one.
soon. Dalton, we're trying to get them all in here, brother. Have you met Miss Rene?
I have not.
Rene is one of the hosts of my other show, Policy with a Purpose. Rene, you want to give a shout out to that show?
Yeah, Policy with a Purpose is getting ready to start its second season, and what we do is we take legislation that is going to affect Hoosier families, and we break it down. We get past all the legal jargon. We stop, confusing you with terms, and we tell you exactly how it's going to impact you. And then we don't try to sway you. It's a completely bipartisan show. We don't try to sway you one way or another. We're just informing you of how it works. And then we encourage you to reach out to your legislators and have your voice heard. We believe in the power of the people at Policy with Purpose. And so we just want to make sure that people are informed about what's going on in their world, because so many times a bill comes up and you see something in the news and you see one side or the other, or you see a Republican is sponsoring it or a Democrat, but you don't really have any clue how that affects you. Every policy affects you, whether it's how much you're paying for your water, what you paid when you got your plates renewed, or whether or not you have the permission to carry a gun across state lines. It doesn't really matter. It all affects you. Whether you can drink PBR also comes by policy. So
the way I describe it is we educate people on what's actually going on, so they're not out marching for rights that they've had for 50 years.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's true.
And we record most of these episodes at the Antelope Club downtown.
Yes, and we'll be there actually tomorrow night. So if anybody wants to come,
Monday
night. If anybody wants to come Monday night and see what we're all about, we're welcome to the Antelope Club and have a PBR with us, and we'll be talking about Veterans Affairs, and it'll be my co-host Dana Black will be there with me, and we'll have lots of fun.
Starting season 2.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of cool stuff coming up?
We do. Season 2, we're going to focus on what's going on in Congress right now, since the Indiana state legislation has stopped in April. And so, we're going to talk about the players and what's going on and how, those big federal laws that seem impossible really affect Hoosier families.
Very cool. Did Mandy tell you we're going to be getting merch?
No, but I would love merch.
Yes, we're going to be talking. She's been talking about that over there. We're going to make sure you know what's going on there, because your logo has already been submitted.
Yeah, and we are also, just so everybody knows, you can find us on YouTube now, which is kind of cool. So you can really find us anywhere. If you're not going to be on our Facebook page, or you don't go to jlmediatoday.com, you can find Policy with a Purpose, which you should, yes. But if you don't, you can follow us on YouTube, and you can program us in and just listen.
Also coming to iTunes as well. Yay. And the new JL Media Today apps that we are getting installed here in the next couple of months.
And you are all over it.
Yeah,
I told you, man,
we're busy.
I'm not slowing down. I done told you. Have you heard about the numbers, man?
Oh, gee,
I can show you the live numbers over here, brother.
I can say I was here when.
Well,
when you were just a little guy.
I love doing the live shows, because I've had the pleasure of co-hosting with Johnny 2 different live shows. I co-hosted Mom Boss Bazaar, which was really neat, because it was all women entrepreneurs and small businesses coming out and giving out to the Julian Center. So that was really cool.
I need a female co-host, because you guys were talking about stuff I'd never heard of.
I know. When we start talking about like bath bombs and lip scents and essential oils, Johnny's like, Rene. Oh, and then we talk jewelry and color tones.
I bring the flask out over here on the side. I know what's going on.
I feel the same way, because my wife sells lip scents, and I don't know anything that she's talking about.
Exactly. So I got to be with him on that. And then we did a bridal show, and then you know how Johnny feels about weddings. So we were just like...
Just my own.
He's like, Rene.
Yeah, again, lip scents people and all kind of stuff.
Mary Kay products and all that kind of stuff. And Johnny was like, no, this is Rene.
Well, you've got it all. You just did an episode of Brother Beercast.
I did, and
that was Anabolics.
About Anabolix Skate Company. My husband and I own Anabolix Skate Company, which is a local skate company, and we're pushing community skating, and we're so excited. Our speed skaters came on the show with us to talk about what they're doing, and they are all in Lincoln, Nebraska today, skating in the Nationals. So we're wishing them all luck. We have from ages 9 and up skating on our wheels, and they're like kicking butt on their wheels, so we're super excited about that. So I did that, and that was my second Brother Beer Cast show. My first one was with BU Fitness, and I was there this morning, where I teach pole dancing lessons. And so Ray Lee told me to give you a shout-out.
Yes, she does. Hey, Ray Lee.
Well, then.
So I can take you from pole dancing to skating to policies to talking about women's issues.
Wow.
Multifaceted lady is
I
what
would
she
say
is.
so.
That's why we love Renee. Well, one of the many reasons we love Renee.
I feel a little inadequate here.
I drink, but I drink beer a lot, so
Well,
if
thank
that
you.
helps you.
I appreciate that.
That she does. That she does. Well, let's talk about amazing ladies. I want to talk to Miss Carole here.
Hello.
How are you, dear?
I'm fine. How are you?
I met this lady. She was one of our fans and one of our regulars here at the 86th Street Pub when we were just starting out with Indie Drinking Dead.
Yep.
And you would come to every one of them.
Yes.
But you got other stuff going on now, stuff that we're going to partner with you on.
Yes. I am very excited to be part of Adopt a U.S. Soldier. And with that particular program and partnering with Indie Drinking Dead, when it starts back up in October, we will, haven't decided if it'll be a raffle or an auction, but we have all kinds of cool stuff that represents The Walking Dead and Indie Drinking Dead, and that will all go to support and send Christmas to a soldier in either Afghanistan or Iran.
Wow.
You've already contacted one soldier.
Yes, and it was 6 months ago, and when you go through the program, they tell you they're not a pen pal, they're not this. You may or may not hear from them for a while. Yesterday, first time in 7 months, I got an email. Okay, and I send cards. I walk through the store, and you see this funny card. Okay, fine, put it in a box. Put it in a box. You put it all in a box like they need pens and pencils and silly little things.
Right.
Okay, you pick it up, put it in a box and mail it. He got everything on his first package, and he shares it with everyone in the troop.
That's very cool. That is very cool. I would like to send him a couple of PBR shirts. Well,
yes.
Well, we should.
We're going to get other guys as well. We're not just going to have, we're not going to share hers. We're going to send them to several people.
Well,
so
yeah, and I think we should kick some dog tag T-shirts in on that as well.
You know, if you got them, brother, let's send them to the folks, man.
Yeah. I think so.
They need to know that we have their back here.
Absolutely.
It's extremely easy to do. You just go on Adopt a U.S. Soldier, fill out some basic information, wait about a week or so, and they'll send you the name and an email address of a soldier and basic information of where they're at, and that's basically all that you get, and then you get to build the bond and the relationship from there.
That's really awesome. My son is a U.S. soldier. He's in the Air Force, and so I really appreciate that you're doing that.
Well, you don't have to adopt him. You've already got him, right?
Oh, yeah, he's well taken care of. He's well taken care of, let me tell you. Mom!
They all need to be. Ms. Carole, thank you so much, darling. We're going to talk to you more about that later, and, we're going to partner with you on this. We're going to, before we leave, we'll talk more about it.
So excited.
Renee, tell us about the websites. Where can we find you on Facebook?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook at Policy with a Purpose. And if you're interested in skating, you can find me at anabolicskate.com. And if you like pole fitness, you can find me at BU Fitness. So you really can find me everywhere, Johnny. Like, all you have to do is search, and I am there.
Really?
It's a workout. I've seen them.
Yes.
Yeah, no joke.
I'm a hard worker.
These ones I've seen.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. I knew that. I knew what you meant.
I wasn't looking when he said these ones. What was he talking about?
He was talking about the instructors.
Yes.
The fitness classes.
The fitness classes. Well, Johnny has taken a fitness class with me. He's been on the pole.
I didn't take a whole class. I did a little move on the pole. Yes, I did. I did. That was back when I was.
We did a live.
heavier.
Well, we did a live show.
You got video
in
of
season
that?
1. Yeah.
I might ask for my $1 back.
Yeah, we
on
did
that one.
season. We did season 1, a live show at BU Fitness, and we raised a lot of money for a breast cancer survivor.
Okay.
To help pay for her reconstructive surgery, and live from AJL Media Today was there with us, and Johnny participated in that.
Anything I can do, right?
You're the man.
Absolutely. Renee, we will see you Monday night, darling.
Yes, thank you so much, Johnny.
And hug your husband for me. I see him over there.
All right.
Dalton.
Yes.
Tell us a website over there, brother, so we can send some more people to you.
BlueHQmedia.com.
See, I want to make you say it, so I want to
Right,
mess it
so
up
you don't mess
again.
it up.
I
Right.
promise I'm not as bad all the time.
But anything you want to know about Indiana sports, you can find out there. It's the best sports website in Indiana by far.
Everything is right there until we get the live kicked off.
Right.
Which we are already doing well with. There'll be a contract here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get that started as well.
Right. And we have a interview with Starling Marte of the Pittsburgh Pirates today.
That's what you're doing tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
He's downtown?
Yeah, he's with the Indians right now. He goes back Tuesday to the major leagues. He's finishing up his 80-game suspension for PED use. So definitely.
I love baseball.
Definitely going to ask him some questions about that.
All right, tell him I said hi.
I will do.
How about that? Dalton, thank you for stopping by, brother. We will talk to you soon, my friend.
Thanks.
We got a lot of stuff going on over here, Matt.
I know that. I've noticed that.
A lot of stuff happening. We got a ladies' night that's kicking off as well, where we go into bars and we promote a ladies' night.
Notice you don't invite me to that.
I didn't get the invite on that either.
I didn't see that.
We hadn't started that one yet, but we're gonna promote ladies' night, and ladies are gonna sit around and talk about whatever ladies talk about when they do a ladies' night. I don't even know what that is. Normally, I'm scared to talk to women in venues. Anyway.
I don't blame you.
Where are we? I see Miss Liz Eidenbach over here.
I am here.
Hi.
Hi.
And where you are, someone else is sure to be found. David Banks.
Are you calling me a groupie?
No.
Is that
Not to your face, not at all.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry now that I'm on. Your numbers will dip down so low. I apologize now.
We were in 10 states a while ago. Yeah, they dipped down.
Yeah, I told you. See, I apologize.
David Banks hosts a couple of shows right here with AJL Media Today.
Yeah, I call myself like the Black Ryan Seacrest. Something like that.
I don't even know where to go with that, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Just take it, you just talking about you was on a pole. Might as well take it back there, Johnny. I'm sorry I missed it. I would have made it rain. Yeah. No, I'm broke. I would have made it just like change. Just drop quarters and nickels. And
Tell us about your shows over there real quick.
Well, the first one we got is Headline News, Headline NUZ. Myself and Angie Breyer, we co-host a current events episode, talk about certain topics that a lot of people don't normally talk about with a little serious twist, open and honest. We just got done, or we just, put out episode 17, which is the second part of our relationships goals episode, which was kind of NFL fans need to go and check out because Anthony Haygood, former NFL player for the
Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
He also started with Carolina.
Yeah, he was on there. Of course, Liz was a part of that.
What?
And normally, our episode wasn't going to be about that. It just
y'all had no idea who it was.
Just transitioned right into it.
Just transitioned right into it. So
I'm sitting over there looking at him across the table, and nobody's talking football. Nobody's mentioning. I'm like, dude, I'll tell you.
Little help here.
Oh, who wants to talk about football? I can talk about football.
No, you could have, but you weren't talking about football.
It wouldn't have fit in with the conversation.
No,
that
it
we
really
were
wasn't. It's an adult themed episode, so we get kind of very adult like.
Just a little bit.
And our other show is now called Screenland Squadron, or formerly known as Entertainment Today. We are a entertainment-based podcast talking about movies, TV, everything, celebrities, but we don't get like gossip and National Enquirer-esque. So new episodes coming out soon about that.
Again, these are shows that I am not on.
No.
I just produce them.
Yeah, you just produce them, and you give us free reign to talk about whatever we want to, and so that's what we do. So you can check us out on our Facebook page at Screenland Squadron, and we just launched a Instagram page too at sl.squadron. So check us out there. A lot of content, a lot of good stuff up there.
Maria, you having a good time? I call you Maria because that's your name, but you go by Liz.
I go by either.
Okay.
Just depends on which personality is out for the day.
Okay.
Right now it's Maria.
Is that the good one or the bad one? Because I'm sitting next to her.
Right now it's Maria, so watch out. She had a beer over there.
Okay.
Man, so.
I had a couple of beers, actually.
I'm going to stay over here and stay out of trouble because I'm a good boy. Are you having fun with all this? With Screenland Squadron.
Yes,
I have to learn how to say it now.
I can't say it now because
just
I've had a couple
SLS.
beers today.
I'm
Hashtag
driving,
SLS. Yeah. So Screenland Squadron.
Well, he brought you in. He was a pro by the time he brought you in.
Yeah, he was.
Now you're doing it.
Yeah, I just followed the celebrity into this. So
we did a couple of episodes earlier today, and you were great. You were great.
See,
I'm catching on.
See, don't listen to her when she says I'm as good. Whatever, man. She's like Moses of men, man. You got all these men following behind her, and everything. Yes, you do, Liz. We had this conversation before. She really had groupies. She's got groupies, fans. I mean, seriously.
Well, speaking of fans, I'm a fan of one dude. You got another intern sat down with us, Brenton.
Hello.
Hey, brother.
How you doing?
We see you very rarely, too. You do a lot of stuff behind the scenes for us, and we never see you because you got so much going on.
Oh, yeah.
If we do see you, you're working in the other room.
Right.
How's things going with you, man? How's Bloomington?
Well, I'm not in Bloomington right now. I'm still in Fishers at my home going to the theater.
I thought you were doing summer classes.
Nope.
Okay. Shows you how much I know about my own family.
Shout out to Fishers.
Keep going. No kidding.
Yeah.
We'll give a second shout out to Fisher.
Yeah.
Well,
Fisher's
we
in the
met
house.
we met him at movie night with JL Media. He works up there at the theater, and had to bring him on because we just love the guy to death.
Thank you.
What's going on next year down at Bloomington? You're going back, right?
Yeah.
Where are you in all that? When do you graduate?
I'm going to be a senior in the fall.
Oh, very cool. You excited?
Yeah. Not quite excited for what comes afterwards because I don't quite have it figured out yet, but I'll get there.
Yeah, don't be.
We don't either.
Yeah, don't be.
I'm in my late 40s. I'm not sure yet.
I'm
either.
still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Wait, you're supposed to have an answer to all that?
Yeah, right.
Not yet.
Wow.
At least you're on the good side of the fluid now.
I am. I guess that's the good thing.
You spent some time on the Bud Light side.
I
Budweiser.
did.
But we love you anyway, bro.
I know that. Sometimes it takes a while.
Apparently stuff's going on over here that I need to know what's happening. 15 things are going on my phone. I can't keep up with it all, Dan.
Why not?
I would say that I need an assistant, but my assistant needs an assistant.
Ugh.
There's just so now that somebody's not calling me anymore, I can see what she's trying to tell me here. What about you, Dan?
I'm having fun today.
You got
It's
brought
fun.
on. You got brought on through Mandy.
I did. It's like my little sister over there.
But now you've met me.
And then it's
Are you
uphill from there.
Are you
isn't it?
still okay with everything?
Yeah, but how about you? That's the question.
I'm still struggling trying to pronounce people over here.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
Dan's pretty easy to pronounce.
Well, Dan, I got.
Yeah.
Dan, I got. But you, Brother Beer Cast T-shirt. You
Yeah.
see what he's drinking, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we put it in his hand there. He the
I don't know who was over there at
the
the
server
table
gave
earlier.
him away.
I told his ass about that before you got here, and now I had to call him out on it.
Well, he said, "Did you need another one?" And I looked at him. I gave him the stink eye. Like,
It scared me. I was like, you shouldn't have came over and asked me about that other beer.
True story. Since we're talking about PBR, this is the place where I had my first PBR. You remember that, Johnny?
I remember
you took a
turning you
picture of
onto
that.
it,
Yeah, you took a picture of this place, 86th Street Pub, where I had my first PBR, and I haven't stopped drinking it yet.
You know what?
It was right before Indie Drinking
Yeah,
Dead
right before
episode.
Indie Drinking
wasn't
Dead
it?
episode.
Right here's
yeah.
the first one for me.
That is the first
You're kidding.
Ever.
I love
I
it.
swear.
Wow.
I love it.
You were a PBR virgin?
Until my cherry popped.
Wow.
Dude, he's part of the family now. We've got him turned.
Now that he's been
turned.
educated.
There he goes.
Dan, are there any parting words you want to leave us with, brother? I was just told to get you off the mic.
Oh, okay.
By your wife and Mandy.
Oh, okay. Probably. No, I appreciate you guys having me out with you guys. Look forward to working with a lot of you guys sitting here over the next few months, and let's keep growing.
Let's do it. Thanks,
Cool.
Dan. That's Dan.
Bye,
That
Dan.
is Dan.
Diane. Lieutenant Diane.
Indie Drinking Dead is another JL Media Today show that David is on.
I'm a part of that too. Yeah.
So you're on 3 of them.
I'm on 3 of them, man.
So you're like
I caught the bug. I caught the bug, man.
It's addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, I just hook it up to a vein and just let it pump.
When you realize how many people we're talking to on these live shows, and I'm the only one looking like an idiot, but it's still a fun day, right?
Yeah, it's a fun little gig, man. I really enjoy it. I love being a part of this.
Oh, it's absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Did Shelly get to go with you to any of these breweries you went to, Matt?
Wow, thanks for asking that.
Shelley is
I'm
absolutely
looking over.
Oh,
Oh,
she
there
just walked
she
in,
is.
too. I
Yeah,
didn't see
thanks.
you come in.
Thanks a lot for asking that question.
Well,
the
she's
answer,
not listening to us.
The answer is no.
Okay.
And the issue we have is that every time I leave town, which is relatively frequent, I was on a streak there where I basically came home on Friday, I did my laundry, and I left Monday.
Ah.
And generally, if things are going to go wrong at home, it's the second I cross into another city. So,
Right.
yeah, we had great meetings. It was a good time. But, we were on pedal, what are those called? The pedal taverns where you go,
Sure.
or the pedal whatever. So
it's far too much work for me.
We were peddling to taverns. We were at a baseball game, and then we were at the brewery. And these are meetings and work, and it's tough to explain to someone over the phone that really I'm working. I've been in meetings all day, but I'm working. So no, all of that good stuff. Unfortunately, she has not been able to attend.
There's a lot going on with your family, birthdays and weddings, and
Lord have mercy. Well, there's too many of them. That's the problem.
Huge family, but you're like a rock star. You're traveling all the time.
Yeah, well, that helps a lot.
You're a PBR rep. You're a rock star in
my
world.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we had a wedding in May, and then which again, not like we've had this discussion about weddings. And,
yes, we did.
Aside from having your own, the other bad part is paying for them. If just in case you're curious.
Sure.
Not fun. And then we had Shelly's oldest, my youngest, both graduated from high school and went off to college. So Father's Day, my youngest moved to Virginia. Her son's preparing for DePaul. Kara got married and now is pregnant. So
really?
Oh yeah.
Well, congratulations.
You keep that to yourself.
Well, you just gulped a little bit. You swallowed real hard.
No, I said to her, and she's 26, but I mean, and she sent me she tried to tell me over a FaceTime, and thank God we had a bad connection because had she seen my facial expression, I'm afraid she wouldn't be speaking to me right now. Because I tried like anything to act really excited, and all I could think about was I am entirely too cool to be a grandfather. So I can't imagine that. Yeah, I got a 10-year-old daughter, so I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, so everybody else is all excited in the background, and I'm trying not to throw up. So it's been a little bit of a change.
Well, speaking of a little bit of a change, we got another guy sitting down with us. I would say intern, but he's with sales actually. Keith Byers. Hey, brother.
How you doing?
You got a lot going on as well, other than being with AJL Media Today.
I do.
You are like our go-to Uber guy. See, when we drink too much, we got an Uber guy sitting right here in the family. See?
I have the app myself.
Yep. We plan ahead, brother. But you also have a DJ business.
I do.
Tell me about that.
I've owned it for about 23, 24 years now, and I've never been. I've always been word of mouth, I should say. I've never really advertised. So I've always been a firm believer that goes a little further when you experience somebody firsthand. But it's getting to a point now where I think advertising is a great thing, and I use social media. I'm currently on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook at Byers Entertainment Solutions. And
now you do DJ pretty much anything, right?
I do.
Bar mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs,
bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
Wow.
Thank you, PBR.
Thank you.
Bar mitzvah. Thank you.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I do bar mitzvahs.
Thank you so much.
I do lots of weddings, lots of graduations, lots of backyard parties. I mean, pretty much anything and everything. Bar scene, I've done a lot of that in the past. I've since gotten out of it, but I'm not opposed to getting back into it. So I'm out there for anybody who needs a good DJ service.
And you can actually Uber them home if they had too much at the party.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
Well, I can't have you at the table here without giving a shout out to the love of your life, Miss JoJo. You're looking at me like you don't know who I'm talking about.
No, I do.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see what's next.
JoJo at JoJo's Hair Salon. It's been a sponsor of Brother for over a year now.
Yes.
And, of course, nobody else will touch his hair, man.
Oh, okay.
That's my girl, JoJo's Hair Salon. She's great. She's got an opening for you, I'm sure, but she's trying to rent some booth space. So if you are a beautician and need a place to do your thing, I can't imagine working with JoJo. It's got to be like a party every day.
Every single day.
She's just a good person.
She is.
Oh, they broke the mold when they made her, didn't they?
They did.
She is a very sweet lady. Byers Entertainment Solutions.
Byers Entertainment Solutions.
See, I got that right. I got that
you
one
did.
Right. So you're on Facebook there. Do you have a website or just a social media stuff?
No website yet. I'm currently working on that. But they can reach me always by my email, which is buyersforlife with the number 4 at gmail.com.
You thugging over there? What are you doing?
Uh-huh.
All right. He just put his phone number out there on blast, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't do it.
No, I didn't do phone number.
He gave email.
I'm
Pay attention
scared.
to what's going on.
Email. Email.
I'm scared.
No more for you.
It's
Cut them off. Cut 'em
PBR,
off.
I need 6 more and I'll be good to go, right?
You got a good rep, Johnny.
Yeah.
I think you're talking to the wrong Johnny. What about the Uber stuff? Are you like under a code name, or is it just
No.
Can somebody request you? How does
No,
Uber work?
unfortunately, that's the only part that they haven't included yet.
Well, you should have profiles, right?
But they can always reach me by my phone number, which
Here we
I'm
go.
not going to do that
There
right
we
now.
go.
But yeah, I mean it's basically a geographical location where you're at. So I get a lot of regular people, but for the most part, it's I stay really busy.
Sure.
All day long.
Are you liking the Uber thing?
I love it.
Okay. Okay.
I do.
I don't know if I can do the Uber thing.
I
man.
can't imagine what crawls into that back seat every day.
He was actually telling a very interesting story. I don't know if you can tell on air, but it was very taxi cab confessionist. Let me just put it like that.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we'll leave that one right there.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna tell the stories on air. No,
it was very interesting.
Yes.
I was just having to
I'll
overhear.
tell you, Johnny.
Well, now you're gonna have to tell it when you get home because she's listening.
Yeah.
She's going,
yeah.
"What's going on, Keith?"
And my hat's off to you because we've used you a lot, so we've always had real good experiences.
Well, I don't
This is the
operate
greatest
it-
thing ever.
I don't do it at nighttime because I'm not getting my car thrown up in and all that good
See,
stuff.
that's what
so-
I'm thinking. That's why I wouldn't do it either.
I'd have like a bucket with bags in it and stuff. And
Nope.
Wouldn't help.
It would not.
If they're
no.
too drunk to throw up on the floor, they're not going to hit a bucket.
Or a bag.
Moving on. Bring us back in a little bit, Brenton. We need to sober up this conversation. Can you help us out?
Sure.
What are you studying down there at Bloomington?
I'm going to be a cinema and media arts degree.
Really? What do you want to do?
Good question.
There you go. You really don't know what's going on there. But a cinema and arts degree.
Yeah.
I guess that's better than a social arts degree, right?
Beats a journalism degree.
Yeah. Okay.
I've now found out I've got one of the 10 most worthless degrees in the country now.
Really?
I do.
Well, do you need a degree to work with Pat's Blue Ribbon?
I think so, yes.
Well, you also have to have an Uber degree. So
Yeah.
An Uber degree?
Yeah. You have to
Now,
have
what
an
does
Uber
that
degree.
entail?
I'll tell you that off the air.
Okay. The secrets of Uber. I guess it is like taxi cab confessions, right?
Told you.
It'd have to be.
Don't worry, listeners. I will put it on the page and tell you guys later, I guess, right? So you're still doing the movie thing.
Yeah.
Hamilton 16 IMAX. You're still employed.
Oh, yeah.
How often are you up there?
About 3-4 days a week.
And we got slammed at the Spider-Man episode.
Yeah, I imagine.
With movie night with AJL Media, and just didn't have the extra room.
No.
I needed to get you on the show because I know you wanted to be on it, but you know when paying guests come on, that's just a
Yeah, I get it.
thing. People know me, man. Don't laugh like they don't know me. It's a business here, right? We're doing our
That's
thing.
code for he picked money over you.
I know,
which is
right?
fine.
Well,
you know.
he is. He
I'm just
works.
shaking my head over here.
He works there. We'll get him on another movie. He knows.
2
it.
minute spot. That's all you needed, but
Just,
you know.
no love.
No.
love.
Nobody rides for free, do they? Right?
Some people do.
Yeah.
And he's still here, so I ain't gonna say nothing. He's back there. Okay, 77 different brands. You said
77
under Pabst.
Yes, sir.
Is PBR your favorite?
I would say yes. I would. It's the go-to.
Mhm.
I'm an old style fan, just like you are. I tell you, I still think truly one of the best beers we make, and don't laugh at me, but I think one of the best beers out there, and truly one of the best light beers out there. One of the best beers we make is Old Milwaukee, in Old Milwaukee Light.
I haven't had it.
I'm just
while.
telling you.
Now, when I was a kid, I think I was like 14. I was drinking it. Yeah, I was in the South.
Milwaukee's
So,
best.
Yeah, old Milwaukee's best.
Old Milwaukee.
That's it.
Yep. So
That sounds familiar. I think my dad used to. Drink
Yeah,
that.
I mean, for me, it's just kind of funny. I mean, everybody kind of
saying.
forgets about it, but yeah, that's probably it's a good brew. But yeah, if it's gonna be, Johnny, you and I are out. We're having PBRs, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, well, at least we're in the outfits, right?
Right.
You see I'm
We're at
wearing
least
the
gonna
shirt,
look
right?
good. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, looking good is right. You see, I'm rocking.
I see you look
this shirt.
good. Yeah, you do.
You know, I've lost 70 pounds in the last year.
I noticed that the minute I walked in.
I can actually fit in this shirt now. Feeling good too.
Well, that's
I'm
good.
on the PBR diet. I
Well-
eat a very little bit and drink too much,
Well, there you go.
and it works. So, need to somehow get this into the thing.
You're like
Guess
the.
I'm going to try that out.
Yeah, exactly. It might.
David, what is the new name of the show?
Screenland Squadron.
Yeah.
And
Hashtag SLS.
The Instagram is now up.
page is at sl.squadron. And also, man, you can email us, or if you want to email Liz, you can just email us at screenlandsquadron@yahoo.com.
There it is, and that's not a phone number right there. That's an email address.
That's an email address.
And the show where we announced we're changing the name will be out next week as well. So
Yeah, very excited about that. Going into our 5th and 6th episodes, so we're happy about it.
But 17 in headline
17
news we
in
just
headline
released.
news, we're moving right along with that one. I'm happy about that too.
And we are about to go into season 4 of Indie Drinking Dead.
Oh my God, man! There's so much going on. I'm such a busy person now.
So all you have to do is Google any of that or jlmediatoday.com, and there's links to absolutely everything.
Yes, sir.
Dave and Liz, any parting words?
Liz?
Thank you. I've had a lot of fun with just the
polite.
little bit that I've done, and I thank you and David for inviting me and letting me be a part of everything, and I hope there's room for more of me.
There's always room for more of you, Liz. Trust me, the demand is very high.
Are you making an announcement here or something?
No, I am just...
How is there going to be more of you?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying if there's anything.
Okay.
Like I said, the
be
demand,
inclusive of me.
the demand is very high for more Liz.
You're
Everybody,
part of the JL family, darling, so you're more than welcome anywhere we are. All right.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. And also on the party, and I'm glad to finally meet the PBR rep. Heard a lot of great things about this
thank you.
man.
It cost me a lot a year, but yeah, thank you.
See, we're always talking good about you, even when you're not in town.
I
so.
got you. I appreciate
Always.
that. I'm really a lot more likable when I'm not in town. So everybody speaks a little more highly of me when I'm not in town.
David and Liz, guys, thanks for sitting back down
All
with
right,
us.
thank you very much.
Brenton, what are you looking forward to next year, brother?
Next year?
Of course, being a senior, but...
Yeah. First time I'm living in a house off campus, so that's new.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it exciting and new or just new?
I'm not sure. It'll be exciting.
Yet to find out.
So when do you graduate next year? What is the...
in May.
In May.
Yep.
Is there a big party planned? You and the family doing anything? Or
No.
no vacation? No laying on the beach or anything?
Not now, no.
Okay. All right. Not now. Tell you what we'll do, Matt, is we'll bring back in the 86th Street Pub boys, Chris and Brian.
Hello, hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello, hello.
Okay, you going to talk to me now, Chris?
Yeah, I'll talk.
Okay, here we go. Matt, we just launched, I say we because I'm a partner with them, mymerch.us. These guys are pushing shirts and all kind of stuff.
You sure are.
We talked about that a little bit. What are we talking about now? Are we back to the pub? Or
Yeah, let's talk about the pub a
Let's
little
talk
bit.
beer a little bit.
Let's talk beer.
Let's talk it all.
Let's talk to what we know.
Okay. Brian, I'll look to you first, brother.
Well, as you know, I of course love PBR. It's my favorite domestic.
Thank you.
And even
Great value.
the commercial on Brother Beercast you do for the pub mentions PBR.
I sure do.
Lovely. Appreciate that.
I know where Johnny's bread is butter.
Thank you.
Let's just say that. Anyway, yeah, we got a lot of great beer in here, man. A lot of cool stuff happening locally, and a couple new ones from around the country. Recently, Rheingeist just released in the state. Real exciting.
Out of Cincy.
Got their Truth IPA on right now. Real tasty. Earlier, I was talking about that chocolate peanut butter porter from BrewLink down in Plainfield. We've also got their Ivory Stout on. It's the most confusing beer you'll ever have because it pours perfectly yellow like a PBR, but has just tons of like chocolatey malts and coffee and great stout character. Had a great one from Scarlet Lane in Cordsville. It's an Australian sparkling ale called Laughing Water. If you get a chance to try it, it's amazing. They also have a tangerine version that I really like. A lot of good stuff in the beer department. It's been fun.
Now, are these on rotation or
yeah, man,
are you keeping them in?
Man, I'm always rotating. You know that. I've got 6 lines that I rotate out of my 12. One of these days, I'm sure someone will try and convince me to put PBR back on draft.
I was going to talk to you about that.
I'm sure you were, man. You see that Budweiser tap, you immediately go,
that's target number 1.
Yes, sir. You know it. But yeah, I rotate the 6 lines. We've always got an IPA. I try to keep it balanced throughout. Yingling, of course, throwing off everybody's draft lineup anymore. But we still keep it fresh. Rotate pretty much constantly. Never more than a couple weeks on a keg if I can help it.
No, and we do also rotate our bottle list quite a bit. There's some things that are always on there. There's some really good local beers that are pretty much on there year round. Mm-hmm. But we do try to work with the seasons, give some bigger, heavier beers in the winter, go to some lighter, fruitier styles in summer, and really work with the weather and the seasons and people to try to make sure we always have a very well-rounded beer selection.
Yeah.
so that there's something for everybody that comes in the door.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Johnny.
What is your biggest seller here?
Bud Light.
Well, it's Indiana. It's all
pretty standard.
Yeah. We love them anyway, guys.
No, but craft-wise, you mean? I think
just in general.
In general, man, IPAs obviously everybody loves the IPAs. You know, it's kind
but as much as you push the craft up here, you think that you'd have a craft following.
Well, yeah, I mean, to an extent. I mean, Three Floyds always is going to tear up any draft line you put it on.
We do have pretty much a craft following, but one thing that was interesting, and this was a couple years back, and I don't know if this is true, but at one point we were selling more Budweiser kegs than anybody else on the north side of Indianapolis, and more craft beer than anyone else on the northwest side of Indianapolis. So
it's a weird combo.
Yeah, we have a combo. We have a lot of domestic beer drinkers. We have a lot of craft beer drinkers. We really try to make sure that everyone has a beer and a drink they can be comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we're really all over the map.
I'm a straight domestic guy. I don't. You know, people talk about this is hoppy and has a slight cinnamon flavor. I can't tell all that. No.
Oh, you can though.
I just like a good solid flavor, and yeah.
I think I could teach you to taste beer. It would take a couple years, a lot of dedication.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with my domestic.
And a willing partner, which I don't know that would,
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'd be fighting you tooth and nail, bro.
Hey, man, if you're going to drink a domestic, PBR is a good way to go.
Yeah. But I'm not fighting the JL Media Today family. Keith and Brenton. Guys, is there any parting words you want to leave us with?
No, just, well, yeah. I mean, I'd like for someone to, the first person that contacts me, I'm going to give them $50 off of their first gig. So,
through your Facebook or through the
they can
email?
reach it through the Facebook via message, or they can contact me via email.
Perfect. Tell them they heard you right here, right?
Absolutely.
$50 off the top.
And all your cards and Mandy's cards are inside my Uber car at all times.
Are we on a floorboard or where? I mean,
No.
I mean, you actually give them out. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Right. And give us that email address one more time and the Facebook.
Buyers for Life with the number 4, BYERS, number 4 life @gmail.com.
Your last name is going to be for life, right? I mean, that's.
Yeah, it is.
Change
The
it.
4 Life was my son. He named it.
Okay.
So
all right.
I let him pick it. He just came up with that, so I couldn't argue.
There you go. There you go. Now I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here. Since you are an Uber driver, do you know the address of JoJo's Hair Salon?
I do.
Oh.
6144 Hillside Avenue.
You're a good boyfriend, bro. You're a good boyfriend.
I have to be.
Go over there and check out JoJo. Tell him Johnny sent you. And if you're a beautician and needs a chair, she's got it for you right there.
That's what she needs. Yep.
Keith, thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
We will talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Brenton, how you like JL Media Today so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep.
You're doing a lot of uploading and stuff for us, aren't you? You're working more with YouTube than you are. You're getting them ready, aren't you?
Yeah.
I keep getting confused about what you and Kirsten are doing.
I'm just taking the audio and putting pictures over it and sending it.
Okay, and she's uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah.
We start iTunes as well. We might get you to help us out with that.
Okay.
Brother, thanks for coming by today.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks
Thanks for having me.
Now, we're down to the real beer.
Uh-oh.
Why can't we get Pabst on tap once in a while, man? We got to rotate
It's
it through,
tough,
right?
man. We've got a really good Budweiser crowd. Like here's where I'm
Spit on my
at draft
microphone.
wise, man. So I would really like to get another craft line back that currently Yuengling has taken over, because when Yuengling came to the state, if you didn't have it, you're an idiot. Like, everybody wanted it. But that's starting to fall off, and I've got this really weird situation where because I track everything almost to the ounce if I can.
Yeah, you should.
So trying to figure out which beer to take off is tricky, because, you know, I've got to keep Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light. Those are like the Light Brothers are what, you know, drive.
Those pay the light bill.
Yeah, exactly. But Budweiser, like, we're still shelling out about a keg a week. Yuengling about a keg a week. And it's really hard to figure out what I'm going to take off to put back a craft line. I'm leaning towards Yuengling, which is, you know, strictly for financial reasons. You get a little bit more money,
Sure.
a little bit more revenue on a Yuengling. But man, like the PBR has my heart, man. My
I'm thinking-
grandfather drank this beer. I love this beer.
I'm
It's
thinking.
just not gonna
Well,
happen.
you and I we drank our weight together in it several times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking that we need to just do more live shows up here and just push PBR while we're doing
I
that.
love that.
Why
idea.
not? You got
I
a
love that
$14 bucket every day. Sundays and Mondays, you got $12 buckets. Tall boys.
See, I could come here and I'm going to ask him now that if he's going to do craft, he needs to give me New Holland. Needs to give me Dragon's Milk.
Man, I loved E-Milk. I carried it for a long time. I was
Drag-
actually just up at the brewery like 2 weeks ago.
And or some Mad Hatter.
Mm-hmm. We did a Hatter Days once. Had like
We did?
4 or 5 different the Hatter beers.
20-year anniversary this year.
This is all part of the Pabst line.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know.
77 different beers on the Pabst line right now.
Yeah, it's a partnership. I mean, we don't tell them how to brew or what to do, and we just help them get it out there everywhere. And so it's just a royalty thing on our end of it. So they still have complete control over brewing and what they do and all that good stuff. So we don't tell them how to do that.
I'm saying if it's good enough for Pabst to put his name beside it, then I should try it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
They make great stuff. That's
really
the thing about it. I mean, the thing with craft, and anybody that says, what's your top craft beer? Craft is tough to track because you've got a group of consumers that'll come in and they'll drink one beer and they'll tell you it's the best beer they've ever had in their life and they'll never order it again. Right. So it's just it's just really tough. It's the what's new, what's next, what's seasonal, what's and again, IPAs in this state are enormous, but it is tough to track. So I mean, and between regionals and local, they're all starting to get new categories. There's regional beers, local beers, craft beers, and it's difficult. And it's difficult I would hate to be a business owner trying to track what's my favorite or my top craft beer, because holy moly, how do you do it? So but as long as you got PBR to end the night with for them, that's all that matters.
I'm a big proponent of if you want to go out and drink a lot of good beer, awesome, but be safe.
Right.
And the problem with a lot of craft beers is you get into that 6, 7, 8, 9, 14% ABV. You're not driving.
They're heavy.
Thank God for Uber.
Right.
But what I'm a big fan of is you want to go out and drink a couple good beers, Rage. Then you go back to Old Standard.
Bingo.
And easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Cap it.
There you go.
Cap it for the night.
Small town's got a lot going on. Not your father's.
Not your fathers, not your mothers.
Not your mothers.
Not your moms. Well, actually, not your mothers. We looked at when we tested that is because everybody said, why did you not your moms? Why didn't you do not your mothers? And we kind of found out during testing for the younger crowd that mother just did not test well.
Yeah.
And they're, younger kids and the minimum age, now they're mom, right? So, so not your mom's, strawberry rhubarb, apple pie, iced tea, and then the launch of Not Your Father's Mountain Ale right now. So, and that one's been enormous. So far, pretty big launch. I'm through almost 1,500 cases in a week in one distributor.
Damn.
So that's a truck. So it's
very nice.
It's a mover.
I'm gonna get on my sales guy about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to get your guy's name, because if you're looking at me like you've never heard of it, I'm gonna have to crush somebody's skull.
I've rotated a lot of reps recently.
Oh yeah, well that happens.
I just got my new one this week. I have no idea what his name is.
Oh, see, that's a rough
I've
part.
got his card in the office. It's just 10 a.m. on a Monday. I'm gonna figure your name. Sorry, I'm honest.
So the sales you have going on, the specials and everything.
Yeah.
Is it a weekly thing? Do you have certain things on Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah, Mondays is $4 Bacardi, Smirnoff, and Washington apple shots. Tuesdays is the Cuervo Gold and Silver. Tuesday's my day off, so I'm a little bit rusty there. Wednesdays, Whiskey Wednesday. We've got
no, you
$5
had a
James.
day off.
Yeah, I've got 2 actually. Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gotcha.
Good sleep days. But yeah, different specials every night of the week, man. $12 buckets Sunday, Mondays. $14 pitchers and buckets every day. We've also recently done a lot of changes to our food menu. We started a rotating seasonal menu every 3 months. We're switching it up, keeping a lot of the old favorites. You're always gonna have your fish and chips, your chicken tenders, that kind of stuff. But the summer menu that we've got, it's Indiana. You gotta have a pork tenderloin.
There you
go. But we've got a great new seasonal menu that's really kind of focusing on a lot of citrus flavor. We've got a mango habanero salsa we're making in-house, putting that on tacos, Hawaiian burger.
Citrus. That sounds like it would go well with a Not Your Father's Mountain Ale.
Probably. What is this? Is that like Mountain Dew style?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I've been waiting for one of those.
5%, green bottle, pours green. Yeah, absolutely.
The perfect
same
green
taste
tint,
profile.
perfect
We're
tint,
definitely going to have to get on our reps about that one.
So yes, it's that one's got some legs. That's for sure. Pretty exciting.
Nice.
I'm
Very
sorry.
exciting.
You were saying seasonal menus?
Seasonal menus, man. It's a lot of fun. It keeps us from getting stagnant with the menu, which was always boring. Got to switch it
Right.
up. Got to keep it fresh. I'm a huge proponent of rotation and new stuff. But yeah, the seasonal menu gives us an opportunity to try a lot of stuff, and made some people mad at the start because you're getting rid of this and that, my favorite things. I'm like, well, just try some of the new food, which is all amazing, and then we'll bring it back around, and when it does come back, it sells like hotcakes.
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing that I found was kind of interesting because we kind of went out on a limb this summer and we did shrimp tacos with mango habanero salsa, which if we were at a gastro pub downtown, no big deal.
Right.
Being a neighborhood bar on the northwest side, a little bit of a reach, and so we went with those and was just a little bit cautious because we didn't know how they'd go. Tasted them around. It's been our best seller this summer.
Really?
Yeah. Which is to a bunch of blue-collar old retired guys.
Yeah.
Which is kind of different than you would expect. But we've had a lot of success with the new menu and with rotating menus, and I think it gives us a lot better, gives us a little bit better food quality, but more than that, it gives us better food variety and keeps things interesting.
Dude, what's up with the fries? Because when I got the steak fries earlier today, he said, well, which ones do you want? The steak fries or the skinny one?
Well, we do the skinny ones at lunch a lot of times.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the steak fries are a great cut. They're big fat potatoes. They're delicious. Do them a little bit crispy on the outside, still soft in the middle.
Perfect.
So, yep. The skinny fries, they fry up a lot quicker, and they're a lot cheaper. And so our lunch specials that we do during the week, we've got a $6.50, $7.50 rotating lunch special. Fridays is always the same, but throughout the week it's different. And then our $6.50 quick lunch menu, which is cup of soup, half a sandwich, chips.
And a drink.
And a drink, excuse me. Always includes the drink. But the rotating specials for those fries, like anywhere we can save cost and still put out a good sandwich.
Well, and the other
really
thing, too, is on lunch. If we can shave off a minute on making some fries for lunch and really, because, at lunch, a lot of the people we get are Park 100, they're office people. They have maybe a half hour. Yeah. So we have to get them in, give them service, and get
makes
right out
sense,
the door in a half hour. Which, honestly, and this is not me blowing smoke, but I think we have the best lunch deal in town.
I agree.
Because you can go across the street to McDonald's, spend more money, not have food that's good, and not have a waitress.
I don't think it's food over there.
Well,
I'm going to get sued by McDonald's now, man. Yeah. It's almost food over there. But I love your steak fries, bro. I'll wait a few minutes.
They're pretty good, man. You don't like yours with the seasoning, though.
I got it today.
Did you?
I did get it today.
And?
It went down quick. And I think I'm an adult now because I had some ketchup on it and I didn't spill any on this white PBR shirt.
Well, that's a good change.
I'm like, yes, I have finally arrived to adulthood. The website is mymerch.us for the new business.
Yes, sir.
We're partnering with you on. And the website for the pub.
86thstpub.com, 86th Street Pub. If we're not your neighborhood pub, then move.
And once again, Chris, I'm going to embarrass you.
Okay.
My very first sponsor, before I had any of my equipment, I didn't have a website, Matt. I had a dream. This is what I want to do. Chris Snyder right here believed in me and wrote me my first check and started me on the path that I'm on.
Outstanding.
12 different shows now. A lot going on. It's what I'm doing for a living. We've got several corporate sponsors. We've got new shows that are coming up. I do believe in me. He just re-upped again as sponsor, and very proud of that. Very proud to be associated with 86th Street Pub.
We're always happy to help you out, and it has been amazing for us to watch you first coming in, and we sat down at a table and talked, and you pitched me this kind of crazy idea, and I said, you know what? I think this guy can pull it off. But it's been amazing to watch you over the last couple of years to go from that meeting, which was just us sitting at a table bullshitting, to what you've become now. And the growth.
Two guys sitting
at
at a table bullshitting. Same thing.
Well, I mean, I guess we are just sitting at a table bullshitting. But it just to watch this grow has just been amazing for us.
It's all family, brother. It's all family. Thank you once again. Brian, thank you, brother.
Cheers, man.
We're going to sign these contracts before we get out of here today.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Martz.
Yes.
PBR. Any final words from you, brother?
No, but if you're just not at your favorite drinking establishment or store, ask for it.
There you go.
Ask for it.
There you go. It has been live from. It is season 2, the very first episode, and it's back where it all started for Brother Beercast and AJL Media Today. 86th Street Pub. It's not your neighborhood pub?
Then move.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.